You're listening to Thunder Country 98.3. The Pratt Greenbacks are on the court. Now, here's the voice of the Greenbacks, Cody Eastis.
And welcome to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show live on Thunder Country. First pitch coming to you live from Smoky Ford Field. The Greenbacks taking on the Lyons. Lyons today on this Tuesday afternoon. A little bit of breeze today, 22 degrees coming out of the southwest, but 87 degrees and sunny, so it should be a good day for baseball here at Smoky Ford Field. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Cody Eastis with Thunder Country, bringing you all the Greenback action. We've got it on the 98.3 radio dial and Eastis Media live stream on YouTube as well. First pitch underway here at Smoky Ford Field. Caleb Strong on the mound for the Greenbacks, and at the plate for the Lions, Logan Isaac goes down on strikes as we are underway already. Strong picking up his first strikeout of the afternoon. Take a look at that defense for the Greenbacks. Round out to go with Strong. Strong on the mound, Poor behind the plate, Timish at first base, Smiley at second base, Josiah Schmidt at shortstop, and Madden Wilson at third base for the infield. In the outfield, Gatlin in left, Giggy in center field, and Matthew James in right field. That's the defense for this Greenback team. And to the plate, Easton Diazio for the Lions. Up the middle, going to his right. Smiley can't get there, and a one-out single gets this game going on the offensive side for the Lions. So with a runner on base now, Blake Smith will come to the plate. It'll be his first time to the plate. Again, a breezy day here at Smoky Ford Field. Ball's going out towards left field. Going to get some help today. Strong having to work from the stretch now for the first time. The lefty on the mound for the Greenbacks. If you're a base runner in Diazio, you got to be careful with the pickoff move with Strong. Strong comes home with it. Just misses low and away for ball one. Baseball, the only team in action today. Softball off today, so we've got baseball doubleheader coming your way. A lot of other Greenback sports in action today. Baseball, the only one at home. Track out at Ellsworth, Kingman, golf, and tennis at Sterling today. So everybody in action except the Lady Greenbacks. They'll be back in action Friday. Strong misses with ball two on the outside. Trying that outside corner again, misses. Ball three. Now a 3-0 count for Smith at the plate. 3-0 pitch on the way. 4 straight balls. Smith draws the walk, sends him down to first base, and now runners on first and second as Anthony Ventura comes to the plate for the Lions. Runners on first and second base. Strong trying to settle himself down here. Made quick work of that first batter for the first out of the inning. Now still only one out. Runners on first and second base. The pitch to Ventura. Had a little break on it. Just misses outside for ball one. Strong trying to find the strike zone. That's 5 straight balls for Strong. The 1-0 pitch, again, misses low and inside. Poor going backside to first base. They've got Smith in the rundown, but couldn't handle it at second base. It looked like it was Smiley at second, and a run will come home to score on the error. Poor with a good throw down to first. The defense just couldn't handle it. And the Lions take advantage of it, so Diazio comes all the way around to score from second base on the error. And Smith finds his way down to second. Pitch was a ball, so a 2-0 count, and that's going to bring an early mound visit from Coach Thompson to come out and try to settle down this defense for the Greenbacks. Strong started this ball game off with the quick strikeout to Isaac, and then DiAzio getting on with the base hit. Smith followed it up with the walk, and then the error in the pickle. They had him in the rundowns. Poor with the good throw down to first base. Had Smith caught on the bag, but the throw to second to put the tag on comes out of the glove of the Greenbacks. And then DiAzio able to come all the way around to score. And the Lions have taken the early lead 1-0. Coach Thompson now going to make his way back off the mound. Quick pep talk for this Greenback defense. This Greenback team 7-1 on the season. Lions 6-2. Started this season off 6-0, the Lions did, for back-to-back losses and a doubleheader against Sacred Heart. Now trying to rebound here against the Greenbacks. The first base now open. Strong's got to work with Smith down at second. Ventura still at the plate looking at a 2-0 count. Outside and another miss for Strong. Ventura ahead in the count 3-0. Pitch on the way. Take all the way. Squares bunt. Shows, pulls it back, and another 4-pitch walk. Puts runners on first and second. Zane Zambo will come to the plate for the Lions. Strong looking to settle himself back down. Opening pitch in there for a strike. Another throw down from Poor, and again gets away from the defense in the middle, trying to get to third base. Smith will slide in safely, and another extra base created from that middle infield of the Greenbacks. Ventura followed suit. He headed down to second base. Now a much better position for Zambo at the plate. Step out. Be an 0-1 count to Zambo. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swings on that breaking ball. Strike two. Boy, a strikeout would be big here for Strong. The 0-2 pitch, got him swinging. A big strikeout for Strong, his second of the day, 2 outs on the inning. Greenbacks be fortunate now to get out of this one. A couple runners on, second and third base. It's Ventura down at second, Smith at third base, and coming to the plate, Giorgetti steps in, working with 2 outs. Lions on top, 1-0. Here in the opening inning. Good breaking ball from Strong in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch again follows it up right down the middle with the fastball for strike two. The 0-2 pitch, tried that breaking ball, just misses low and inside for ball one. A 1-2 count on the way for Giorgetti. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Lions on top early, 1-0. 1-2 pitch, foul back into the net. Count will remain the same. That runner down at third base. Smith with these deep backstops. Anything by Poor brings him home. And a strikeout from Strong to get the Greenbacks out of the inning. But the Lions able to put up 1. Be 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Gray Chevrolet in Pratt is excited to announce supplier pricing for everyone on new Chevy 1500 half-ton trucks. That means savings up to $8,000. That's right, up to $8,000 off a brand new Silverado. Looking for pre-owned? Check out Doug Ray's huge selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs with market-based pricing on every vehicle. So you know you're getting the best deal the first time and every time. Doug Ray Chevrolet is your full-line dealership with parts, service, body shop, and more. Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt, where big savings meet hometown service.
When it comes to your health, trust Grace Clinic and Urgent Care in Pratt, conveniently located at 920 East 1st Street. Grace Clinic proudly serves Pratt and the surrounding area. Family nurse practitioner McKaylee Kirby provides primary care, urgent care, and sports physicals, and is accepting new patients and walk-ins. Open Monday through Friday, except Tuesdays, from 8:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Call 620-388-3086 today. That's Grace Clinic and Urgent Care, caring for your family close to home.
Welcome back, Smoky Ford Field, bottom of the first. It'll be the Greenbacks' chance to get their bats out. Lions able to put up one run in the top of the first on a couple errors from the Greenbacks. Now they've got to try to get it back on the mound for the Lions. It'll be Smith behind the plate, Zambo down at first base. Take a look at this defense. Inwood at first base, Anderson at second, Isaac at shortstop, and Ventura at third. In the outfield, Diazio in left, Anderson in center field, and Giorgetti in right field. That is your starting lineups for the defense. Brought to you by Timish Electric, and due up for the Greenbacks, it'll be Caleb Strong trying to help himself out on the mound. Takes first pitch for ball one. After the Greenbacks give up that one, chance to get the bats out. Strong takes that pitch for ball two. Ahead in the count now, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch just catches outside for the first strike of the ball game for Smith. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball, hard hit ball, but right into the glove of Isaac at shortstop. A line out for Strong to start this ball game off. Well hit, but Isaac didn't have to move an inch, just put his glove up, and one out now for the Greenbacks. That'll bring Josiah Schmidt to the plate. An All-State honorable mention selection last season. Looking to have a good senior year for this Greenback team and Coach Hill. Try to get the Greenbacks going with one out here in the bottom of the first. Breaking ball just misses for ball one. A 1-0 pitch on the way from Smith. Gets set. And Schmidt turning on that one, pops it up, calling it at second base. Anderson will take that for a routine out. Second out of the ball game. The pop out from Schmidt will bring catcher Creston Poore to the plate for the Greenbacks. Another standout senior on this team. He's had a great career as a Greenback. Two-out rally trying to get sparked by Poore here in the bottom of the first. And a rope down the left field line, just foul. He'll step back in, count 0-1. Having to adjust to the speed here of Smith. Not quite the velocity these Greenbacks are used to seeing. Got to sit back and wait on things. Saw good contact from Strong to start this ball game off, and then Schmidt tried to turn on one, popped it up to Anderson at second base. So with 2 outs now, Poore comes to the plate. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner in there for strike two. Poore now behind, 0-2 in the count. And gets him swinging, wanted to turn on that one, a good cut. But it's the third out of the inning, first strikeout of the day for Smith, and the Greenbacks not able to answer. We'll head to the top of the second, trailing 1-0, and we come back here from Smoky Ford Field.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent, to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. I am there to handle all your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to me, Jamie Roach, today and see how I can help protect what matters most.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Peaster are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Greenbacks trail at 1-0 after one complete inning of play. And that first inning, one the Greenbacks would like to have back. A couple errors in the field. Lions able to score one, and the Greenbacks go 1-2-3 at the plate, not able to answer. And due up now for the Lions, it'll be Porter Anderson coming to the plate as Strong makes his way out to start the second inning of this ball game. Strong able to retire that first batter of the first inning before a couple runners found their way on. All three outs in that first inning came by way of strikeout. And Strong trying to start off with a fastball, just misses on the inside corner. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Foul, out of play. No one going to have a chance on that one. It'll be a 1-1 count for Anderson as he steps back in. That one right down the middle. Strong finds the fastball. Now ahead in the count, 1-2. Strong with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks on the day, trying to settle down here, pick up the first out. The 1-2 pitch, there it is. Strong with his 4th strikeout. That one looking for the first out. Now can the Greenbacks keep it going? Cameron Inwood comes to the plate. Playing first base today for the Lions. And a swinging strike from Strong for the first pitch. The 0-1, a hard hit ball left side. Nice play from Smiley at second base. Had to drift to his left a little bit, but plenty of time. 2 quick outs from the Greenbacks. Strong getting some help from his defense that time. On the line out to Smiley. So with 2 outs now, Meyer Anderson steps to the plate for the Lions. Tries that fastball, just misses high. Left to right, location was good, just a bit high. A 1-0 count now for Anderson. Again, Strong working the fastball, just misses. Strong likes to work quick on the mound. You can see the difference in pace between him and Smith. Strong wastes no time in between pitches. A 2-0 count in there for strike one. 2-1 pitch. That one got away from Strong, misses outside. Now a favorable count for Anderson. Looking at a 3-1 count. And in the turf, Anderson going to draw the 2-out walk. And the Lions get back to the top of their lineup. Isaac now will see Strong for the second time today. Struck out his first at bat. That runner down at first base now. Strong will work out of the stretch. Comes home with it. And a swinging miss from Isaac. Poor able to keep it in front of him. This Smoky Ford Field, so dangerous. Any pass ball carries so far before it hits that netting. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Inside fastball, got it for strike two. Big pitch here for Strong. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fouled down the right field line. Isaac stays alive. 2 outs here, top of the second inning. Anderson able to find his way on via walk. Strong looking for another strike here, something in play that his defense can pick up the 3rd out of the inning. The 0-2 pitch catches Isaac on the hip. He'll take a base. So Strong ahead in the count, 0-2. And Isaac heads down to first base after the hit by pitch. Strong continues trying to settle down out there on the mound. Now runners on first and second. This was the same situation he found himself in inning 1. Lions were able to take advantage of it to score their first and only run of the ball game. DiAzio at the plate now, working with 2 outs. Good cut, swings on that, misses for strike 1. A 1 pitch on the way from Strong. Taking a look back at second. Anderson staying put. Strong comes home. And again, catches the corner. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Now can he finish it off here? Big pitch for Strong. 0-2 on the way. Down the right field line, in the air. It's got a chance. It does get down. James chases it in, gets it off the 1 hop, but Anderson going to come all the way around from second and score running on contact with 2 outs. Able to take advantage of the bloop into right field. And a 2-out run scored from the Lions puts them on top, 2-0. Anderson comes all the way around to score. Isaac heads over to third base, and it puts runners on the corner as Blake Smith comes to the plate. Poor getting everybody on the same page here. What to do with runners on the corners. Heads back behind home plate as the lefty Smith comes to the plate. Strong comes home with the fastball, finds the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. Strong's done a good job getting ahead in counts. The Lions just haven't gone away, have fought it off and managed to put up 2 runs. The 0-1 pitch, good breaking ball from Strong. In there for strike 2. That run down at third base. Isaac trying to be run number 3 for the Lions if they can get him in. The 0-2 pitch just misses outside for ball 1. One-two pitch on the way. Again, misses outside. Poor with a good snag. Now 2s across the board. 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the second for Smith. Runners on the corners. Working that outside again. Strong 3 straight balls after being ahead in the count. 0-2. Now Smith looking at a 3-2 count. A big pitch on the way from Strong. And got him swinging. Strong gets himself out of the inning. And a good out for Strong. Lions able to put up 1. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here on Thunder Country.
This is Terry from Gatlin Meckler's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
Well, welcome back to Smoky Ford Field here on Thunder Country. It's Greenback baseball, and the Greenbacks have put themselves in a little bit of a hole, down 2-0 after 2 innings of at-bats for the Lions. We enter the bottom of the second, and it'll be Madden Wilson set to get things going for the Greenbacks, trying to spark a rally. Greenbacks went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, so Wilson will come to the plate and try to become the first base runner of the day for the Greenbacks. Try to even this thing back up at 2s. The Greenbacks can get the bats going. Smith on the mound for the Lions. Misses for ball 1. Smith, a 1-1 record on the season. Has 1 strikeout on the afternoon. A 1-0 pitch. Just misses outside. Wilson ahead in the count, 2-0. Well, it was close enough. Wilson even double-checked with the home plate umpire. Make sure that was a ball. Got it confirmed. It is 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Inside. Misses again. Wilson ahead in the count, 3-0. Likely take coming here. And 4 straight pitches. Wilson heads down to first base. He'll become the first Greenback base runner of the day, and that'll bring Luke Gatlin to the plate to see if he can get something going. You get that leadoff base runner on. Boy, and a lot of times good things happen. Can the Greenbacks do it here? Smith will have to work now with his first base runner of the afternoon. It'll be Wilson down at first base. Smith struggling to find the zone here. Misses again for ball 1. A 1-0 count. Swung on, fouled back into the net for strike 1. Again, Gatlin at the plate for the Greenbacks. Gatlin playing left field today. See this Greenback defense shuffle around quite a bit depending on who's on the mound. For game 1 today, it's Caleb Strong. Low in the turf. Zambo able to keep it in front of him. Count goes 2-1. Wilson with his lead down there at first base. Looking to move if he gets the opportunity. And a pop-up. Smith doesn't have to go far. Going to let it drop, trying to get the lead runner at first base. Elects to get Wilson out and keep Gatlin on. And so Wilson, nothing really to do there. No infield fly in play, so Wilson gets out on the fielder's choice. Gatlin just trading places with Wilson. 1 out now here in the bottom of the second. It'll bring Max Timish to the plate for the Greenbacks. Timish, one of the young sophomores on this Greenback team for Coach Hill. And a throw over to first. Gatlin back in time. 0-1 pitch on the way. A chopper from Timish to third base. Ventura makes the throw over and again gets one out. Gatlin will advance to second base, but the Greenbacks now going to have to work with 2 outs after the ground out from Timish. So Ventura over to Inwood for that out. Gatlin down to second base, and that'll bring Vince Vanderviver to the plate. We mentioned Timish being one of the young sophomores on this team. Vanderviver, a freshman for Coach Hill, and he's seen a lot of good innings so far to this season. Coach Hill expecting big things from the freshman. He steps in with 2 outs. Smith misses outside for ball 1. Gatlin now down at second base. 2 outs he'll be running. Vanderviver can put something into the outfield. Greenbacks could cut this lead in half for the Lions. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hard hit ball from Vanderviver into center field. The wind may test it. Anderson backing up, sets up underneath it, and makes the routine catch out in center field for the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the top of the 3rd. Greenbacks still trail it 2-0 when we come back here on Thunder Country.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors in Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff
and Jared
at Integrine Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Integrine at 620-672-2338 or visit integrineservices.com.
Integrine Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Well, welcome back to Smoky Ford Field here for a doubleheader action of Greenback baseball. It's Pratt versus Lyons, and after 2 innings, Lyons on top 2-0 as we enter the top of the 3rd. Been able to just chip away a couple errors from the Greenbacks in the fields, and the bats just have not gotten going yet for the Greenbacks. Strong still on the mound for the Greenbacks as Anthony Ventura steps to the plate for the Lions. Laying down up on a nice bunt. Poor fields it, throws down to first. Routine for Poor behind home plate for the 1st out of the inning. Ventura trying to use his speed. But boy, you got to be careful with Poor back there behind the plate. A 1 out now, a quick out from the Greenbacks, and Zambo will come to the plate for the Lions. Struck out his first time. That's .313 on the season. Takes first pitch inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch on the way from Strong. That one in there. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Evens it back up at 1-1. Strong with that quick pace already ready to go. Gets him chasing, fouls it back off the pole. Now Strong ahead in the count, 1-2. Strong 5 strikeouts, 3 walks so far on the afternoon. 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Good pitch from Strong. And picks up his 6th strikeout of the afternoon. With 2 outs now, Caleb Giorgetti will come to the plate. Strong looks to be settled down a little bit out there. Fastball outside, just misses for ball 1. Giorgetti looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Struck out his first at bat. And the fastball in there for the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. 1-1 pitch, tries outside, just misses for ball 2. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on. Counts even up at 2-2. Big pitch here for Strong. 2-2, tried the breaking ball, left it hanging a little too high, and fills the count up now at 3-2. Strong trying to avoid his 4th walk of the day, get himself out of this inning. 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle, fouled back out of play. Giorgetti stays alive. Three-two pitch on the way in there for another strikeout for Strong. Strong gets himself out of that one, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back here on Thunder Country.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors and Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff.
And Jared.
At Green Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here, we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Green at 620-672-2338 or visit integreenservices.com.
Green Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Gavin Giggy steps to the plate for the Greenbacks, his first at-bat of the day as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. Greenbacks still trailing 2-0, trying to get themselves going, get the bats alive. Smith still on the mound for the Lions. First pitch swung on for strike 1. First at-bat of the afternoon for Giggy. Having to adjust to Smith. The 0-1 pitch just misses for ball 1. Evens back up at 1-1. Fouled back into the net. Giggy behind in the count now, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, popped up, and no one able to get to that one. Heads near the netting towards the Greenback dugout. Giggy will head back in the box. The 1-2 pitch. Boy, just misses. Lions crowd wanted it. They don't get it. Count 2-2. And swinging for the first out of the inning. Giggy goes down on strike. Smith picks up his 2nd out of the ball game, and the Greenbacks continue to look to get their bats going. It'll be Caden Smiley to try to get it started as he comes to the plate. Greenbacks still have not batted around. Smiley, a hard hit ball into center field. There's the first base runner of the afternoon for the Greenbacks. Smiley jumps on that first pitch for a single. And that's what the Greenbacks needed. Something out into center field, a well-struck ball by Smiley, and now the Greenbacks will get back to the top of the lineup as Caleb Strong comes to the plate. Now we'll see how they adjust after seeing Smith the 2nd time through. See if they can adjust to the speed of Smith. When I say speed, it's not typically as fast as what the Greenbacks have seen all season. Strong waits on that one, chops it foul. Smiley down at first base. looking to run if he can. We'll see how aggressive the Greenbacks are now with their first base runner. Smith all set, misses low, 4-1. 1-1 count, goes up high, 4-2. Be a 2-1 count on the way from Smith. And time is granted as Strong going to step out. Good time to introduce my play-by-play partner to you, just joining us in the booth, Chad Poor hopping in. He was with us, been with us quite a few ball games. So, Chad, appreciate you hopping into the broadcast, help along with the doubleheader this afternoon. As the Greenbacks find themselves down 2-0 here in this opening game of the doubleheader. Strong trying to do something now here in the bottom half of the third inning after Smiley becoming the first base runner of the afternoon for the Greenbacks.
Second. We had the Madden walked earlier. Got on there.
And a 3-1 count. Strong puts one into left center field. It's got a chance to get down. It does. Smiley going to round second base, heads to third. He'll be held up there. Stands in there safely as Strong moves him around with the double. You must be the good luck charm, Chad.
I'm hoping.
As you hop up here, Strong right away sends one out into left center field for the double. Now puts Josiah Schmidt in a great position as he comes to the plate with runners at second and third base.
This is exactly what you want, though. Down 2 right now. You've got your 2 and 3 hold hitters. Probably your two that can drive the ball the farthest right here with guys at second and third. If we don't push them across, I'm going to have a conversation with them.
Well, if you're Coach Hill, this is where you want to be at your spot in your lineup with runners out there. So Smith having to face Josiah Schmidt now. One out here in the bottom of the third. Tying run in Strong down there at second base as the Lions on top here, 2-0. Schmidt takes that first pitch for a strike.
It's a struggle for these guys that are used to hitting, somebody that throws a lot harder, and this guy's not throwing that hard.
No, I talked about that a little bit before. Josiah sends one deep into left field with this wind. It should carry, and it gets down, gets over the head of Diazio in left. Smiley easily comes home. Strong going to round third base. He'll come home, and just like that, the Greenbacks have tied this ball game up with the shot from Josiah Schmidt deep into left field. Boy, that one hop to the fence, and he finds himself down at second base.
He's honestly, it's tough for these guys, but they're able to adjust just a little bit because this is kind of what they've been facing the last few doubleheaders. They haven't had a lot of speed on the mound, and so they've adjusted quite a bit.
That's where you wondered what they'd learn after the second time through the lineup. Now these batters have seen Smith that first time through as Creston Poor steps to the plate now. Struck out his first at bat, but now has Josiah Schmidt down at second base.
Total attitude his first at bat. You could tell that.
Poor steps in, Schmidt down there at second. Smith takes a look back, and Poor jumps on the first pitch. Breaking ball, a high ball. It's going to be tough to handle as Anderson backs up from second. He makes the play and retires Poor. Now Wilson, he'll come to the plate. You mentioned him being a base runner earlier. Drew a walk his first at bat. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Has Schmidt down there at second base still. You'd hate to leave one stranded when you've got the bats alive this inning.
I didn't understand when Madden got on and Luke hit that little dink pop fly off the inside of the bat. I didn't understand why the Lyons guy let it drop.
I agree, too. I think if you want a base runner on base, you'd rather have Wilson as the base runner and get the speed of Gatlin out. I think it's one of those things you see on TV and you just think it's the smart play, so you do it without maybe realizing who you left on and who you got out. First pitch misses, 4-1 to Wilson, and outside, ball 2.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those times, too, with a pitcher like this, and, I think this is one of Creston's struggles on his last at-bat there is, this is where you're really laying off that first pitch. Sometimes it's good to jump on that first pitch fastball with a slow pitcher like this, lay off of it, and make him throw you a good strike.
And there's a strike in there. No, they're going to say missed for a ball. Or did they call that a strike?
I think it's ball.
A signal.
Yeah.
So the count 3-0. Boy, the temptation, though, as a batter is when you see a pitcher like this, it's not throwing as hard as to just go up there and swing and jump on it. And a 4-pitch walk from Wilson. We are right on the count. I don't know that we are. Wilson staying in there like one of those was a strike.
Yeah, he didn't signal anything being a strike.
Now they're both checking. So now the count 3-1 after that ball. Smith trying to get himself out of this, keep it a tie ball game. 2-2 here in the bottom of the third. Wilson on the breaking ball, fouls that out of play.
Yeah, you know, it's 2-2, and honestly, it should be 2-0. Like, we hurt ourselves in the first couple innings.
Yeah, those first couple innings just came on some errors in the middle of that infield.
Yeah.
And the base runners for the Lions able to take advantage of it. So a 3-2 count on the way. Wilson at the plate, the breaking ball, tried to jump on it, popped it up, and coming over from short, Isaac makes the third out of the inning, and the Lions get themselves out of it. We head to the top of the fourth when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Exceptional dentistry, right in your neighborhood. At Pratt Family Dental, Dr. Carson Hopkins and Dr. Stephen Coons are here to keep your smile healthy and bright. From routine cleanings to advanced care, our team has the expertise and technology to handle all your dental needs with comfort and confidence. Because at Pratt Family Dental, it's not just about teeth, it's about family, trust, and smiles that last a lifetime. Call today to schedule your appointment with Dr. Hopkins or Dr. Coons. Pratt Family Dental, where exceptional care meets friendly faces.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field, a tie ball game now. The Greenbacks able to answer in the bottom of the third. Now a 2-2 ball game as Porter Anderson comes to the plate for the Lions to lead things off. Strong still on the mound for the Greenbacks, and Chad Poor now in the booth with me for the duration of today's broadcast. So sit down, buckle up.
Keeps me calm.
And appreciate you tuning in however you've chosen to do it, whether you're listening in the car on the 98.3 dial or have us pulled up on the YouTube Eastus Media live stream. First pitch from Strong in there for a strike.
I honestly feel like anytime I'm on the mic with you, like if I can get out of there without you having to turn me off at some point.
Hard hit ball up the middle. Going to be a two-hopper to Schmidt. Has to go to his left and makes a great play at first base. Josiah Schmidt. Boy, not too often do you see a Shrine Bowl offensive lineman making those plays in the middle of the infield, and Josiah Schmidt that time making it look routine.
We probably have the beefiest left side of the infield in our game ones as any team in the state there. You know, two guys that are.
You got Wilson at third base and Schmidt at shortstop as Cameron Inwood comes to the plate for the Lions. Now one out after that great defensive play from Schmidt at shortstop. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Again, Strong, you can see, he just loves to work quick out there on the mound. Doesn't waste any time in between pitches. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Just misses low and inside for ball one.
I missed those first parts for a meeting, so if I bring up anything that you already talked about, just tell me.
Just give us something to talk about.
I just wasn't curious if you had the conversation about these guys meeting with the new basketball coach and how his son is on Lyons.
I have not talked about that yet. Pratt did make a new hire today in the absence of Chris Batten, who will be taking over the athletic director role as Strong picks up his second strikeout of the day. Of the inning, his 8th strikeout of the afternoon. Yes, it was announced today that Pratt High School has hired their next boys basketball coach. It's Daniel Smith, who hails from Sterling, Kansas, and you mentioned his son on the mound today, Blake Smith, a senior, so we won't see him next year, but has some other kids in that family, and we'll get a lot more in-depth with him in that hire, but good to see that hire made and excited to have the Smith family come to Pratt. I see a podcast in the future to introduce him to the town of Pratt. So
absolutely.
2 outs now here in the top of the 4th inning. Strong with the fastball. Just misses outside for ball one.
Yeah, I know it was interesting hearing the boys talk about it, and then it made sense when they're like, yeah, we met him today and his kid's playing, so that made it convenient for him to be able to meet with them and then just hang around for the game. So
fouled off, count 1-1. One pitch. Boy, a good pitch on the outside.
Ooh.
Fastball just doesn't catch it for ball 2. You know, through 8 games of this season, Strong has probably emerged as the #1 arm on the mound for the Greenbacks at this point.
Yeah.
And then behind that, you know, Schmidt will come in there, throw good innings. Max Timish has proven to throw good innings. That was going to be one of the question marks with this Greenback team coming into this season, was where were the innings going to come from? How many? Who was it going to be?
Yeah.
As Strong evens the count up at 2-2.
Yeah, now the big pieces are...
Gets him swinging. Poor going to clean it up with the tag at home plate. And the Greenbacks get out of that inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here from Smoky Ford Field. More Greenback baseball when we return.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
At Timish Electric, we light up your world with reliable and efficient electrical services. Our team of skilled and certified electricians is dedicated to providing top-notch service for all your electrical needs. From residential, commercial, or industrial needs, we ensure your electrical systems are safe, reliable, and up to code. Contact us today at 620-672-9334 to schedule a consultation. Timish Electric, proudly serving Pratt and the surrounding areas electrical needs for over 25 years.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Luke Gatlin comes to the plate, all tied up now, 2 apiece. The Greenbacks were able to put up 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, get themselves back in this ball game. And now, second time through the lineup, see if these batters can time it up. And Gatlin does, turns on that one, and he'll start this inning off with a leadoff single.
You know, we had the opportunity last summer. Luke was on a travel team with us with a bunch of kids from, you know, the Wichita area, and he tied it first when he got there and struggled a little bit, and had a conversation with him like, dude, just let loose and play, and gained a lot of confidence, and definitely becoming a big asset for the Greenbacks here.
Becomes the leadoff runner of this inning as Max Timish will come to the plate. No outs, see what the Greenbacks can do. Getting that leadoff runner on, it's so valuable.
How about Max, man, this year playing first base? I thought he's done a really good job with us trying to shift Creston back to catcher and Josiah over to short to cover that spot in game 1 at least, and Max done a good job filling in at first base and making that his position.
You know, talking with Coach Thompson and Coach Hill coming into this season, they said that was the role that Timish was going to be a little bit this year, that utility player that when you needed a position filled, he would fill it. Gatlin nearly caught down there at second base stealing, but slides in safely and moves over.
That's a frustration if you're a catcher. It's a frustration on the second baseman not getting a tag down. Like the ball was there.
It looked like a good throw from Zambo behind the plate. So now Gatlin puts himself into scoring position. We'll see if Timish can take advantage of it. A 1-1 count on the way.
Yeah, I'm really anxious to see game 2, how we set things up in game 2 with some injuries that the Greenbacks have now, and you know, normally Max starts game 2, and who's going to play first with Landon Demuth out at this point.
That shuffle of the puzzle pieces continues for Coach Hill this season.
Yeah, we're seeing it in game 1 with you know, Landon usually covers center when Caleb pitches, and seeing it already with that. So 2-1
pitch, misses high. Timish now with the hitter's count, 3-1. Gatlin down at second base.
You know, and that's it's a downfall when those guys get injured, but that's an upside to some of these younger guys being able to get opportunities and prove that, hey, I want to be on the field too. So,
and Timish will take the empty first base on the walk, and that'll bring the freshman Vince Vanderviver to the plate. Runners at first and second base. Timish down at first, Gatlin down at second base. Still no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and this is the best opportunity the Greenbacks have had in this ball game. Can the freshman deliver?
I could be wrong, but I feel like after 4 years of knowing Coach Hill, like I'd be prepared for a bunt right here.
See if you can move them over. If the freshman can execute. Oh. May have missed the sign as
I see
Coach Hill walking in to have a conversation. Now going to skip the signs. We're going to have a conversation to make sure we're on the same page. And the pitch was in there for a strike. Those are just the things you get from freshmen, though, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, volleyball. You put freshmen on the court, on the field, and they go through those growing pains.
Yeah.
And these are the situations that are good for them to learn in.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because you need them. I need you to do your job now, not learn it now and do it in 4 years. But at the same time, you got to.
It's that patience that it's hard to have, but boy, is it necessary. Vanderweiber lays down a great bunt down the first base line, and that time,
I think
after the conversation with Coach Hill.
I think he's calling a foul ball, maybe off of his foot or something.
Came at the roll that it came out of the box. It looked like it may have. So Vanderweiber will come back to the box.
So this is the interesting thing from a coaching standpoint. I'm kind of the mean, teach the lesson kind of guy, and so I'm kind of the like, you know what, you didn't square the first strike, you didn't get it down the second one, I'm going to make you do it again. And
even though the 0-2 bunt is typically pretty unorthodox, as Vanderweiber swings away on that one, a pop fly down the right field line. Inwood makes the play at first base, so not able to move the runners over. Everybody stays put, and that will bring Gavin Giggy to the plate for the Greenbacks.
And, you know, I'm not 100% sure Lyons, even though they know that was coming, I'm not 100% sure they really had anything going there. So, you know, even with Giggy here, I think if he could get a bunt down this third baseline a little bit, the pitcher's going to have to field it. He's not as quick. A chance to Giggy's pretty quick. He could, you know, run out an infield single here by bunting down the third baseline.
It's just you put it in play and you force the defense to have to make the play then as Giggy squares early to show bunt. That one gets by him. Oh, they're going to say a foul ball off the tip of the bat. That would have moved the runners around and done what the bunt was intended to do without sacrificing Giggy as it went all the way back to the net.
Yeah, that's one of those right there where he's got to be able to pull back on that one. That's up and out quite a ways, and you know, pull back. You're sacrificing right here, and just pull back. And
so the count 0-1. Runners still down at first and second base. Again, Giggy squaring to show bunt, and boy, don't know if he pulled back on that one. Looked like it would have just hit him if he would have pulled the bunt back. It ends up being a foul ball, and now in the same scenario that we saw Vanderweiber, Giggy looking at an 0-2 count. Gatlin remains down there at second base trying to get moved around. Nobody's been able to do it yet. The 0-2 pitch just misses high. Well, that's a tough one to take if you're Giggy. Down 0-2.
Yeah, this is that point where if you're Giggy, you got to be like, all right, I didn't get those bunts down, so I'm going to drive one to a gap right here and push a run across.
And that's what you need from him here if you're Coach Hill. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside in the turf, 4-2. Evens the count up at 2-2. 2-2 pitch ahead and early on that one. Giggy goes down swinging. And Smith picks up his third strikeout of the afternoon. Smiley will come to the plate now, trying to do what Vanderweiber and Giggy could not, and that's move around the runners on first and second base. We had him there with 2 outs and just haven't been able to do anything.
Yeah, and that's the difference, right? In some of your bigger games against some of your tougher teams, that execution could be the difference between pushing one run across. How many times have we seen that over the last several years? You know, Larned in regionals a couple years ago, 1-0 game. You know, last year a 1 or 2 run game. Like it's important to be able to execute, and it's good to try and learn some of those lessons here at the beginning of the season.
The 0-1 pitch. Smiley ropes that one into left field. Coming around from second. Gatlin will haul home after rounding third. And Smiley does exactly what you said he needed to do. Rope something into a gap, scores 1, and puts the Greenbacks on top, 3-2. That was the hitting you needed. And Smiley delivers. Gatlin comes around to score. Timish ends up on second base. And now the Greenbacks back to the top of their lineup as Caleb Strong steps in.
Yeah, you know, Smiley's been very successful so far this season. I attribute some of that to competition a little bit, right? Like early on in the first doubleheader, you know, he was pulled the first couple doubleheaders, played one game and pulled the second game for some mistakes and not doing some things that needed to be done. And I think that kind of got him woke up a little bit. And since then, he's kind of solidified that spot at second and been putting the ball in play really well.
Strong takes the breaking ball, 4-strike-1, but he's had a good day putting the bat on the ball. A line out and then a double his second at bat. Turns on that one, fouls it back into the net, now finds himself down 0-2 here.
So interesting season competition here between Strong and Poor is career hits record.
Both of them chasing it?
So it's
the 0-2 pitch, a big one here again. Strong trying to jump on it, fouls it back, stays alive.
It's 118, and after the first few games, I got to double check some math, but Creston was, I believe, 22 away from it.
So on pace, definitely reachable. The 0-2 pitch, a chopper.
He can beat that
to
out.
second base. Strong trying to turn the wheels on, and he's there safely. Coming around third base, trying to score is Timish, and he's in there. The Greenbacks put up another one. Coach Hill keeping Smiley at third base. Strong follows suit, heads down to second, and Strong, boy, had to turn on the Jets there. Legged that one out and ends up scoring one.
Yeah, so Crescent was, I think, 21 or 2 away and somewhere around there, and Caleb was about 5 behind Creston. And so, you know, that's kind of the known is that if Creston were able to hit that this year, it'd be broke pretty quick by Caleb next year. But there's a chance that Caleb breaks it this year on his own in his junior year.
So now the Greenbacks with 2 outs have Strong down at second, Smiley at third base, and Josiah Schmidt coming to the plate for the Greenbacks. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Greenbacks lead at 4-2. Schmidt trying to keep it going, takes the outside pitch for ball 1.
Schmidt really struggled against some of the slow pitching there in the first couple doubleheaders, but been picking it up the last couple games.
Turns on that one, sends a high flyer into left field. Diasio trying to come over, gets underneath it, battles the wind for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Greenbacks score 2 and take a 4-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Mead Lumber in Pratt is looking better than ever. Stop by and see our brand new renovations with the same friendly faces you know and trust. Whether you're tackling a big project or just need supplies for the weekend, Mead Lumber has you covered with quality products and expert service. We're proud to be a part of this community and even more proud to support the hardworking athletes of Pratt High School. Mead Lumber, building relationships, building Pratt.
To keep your equipment running, count on BTI for bulk oil delivered directly to your farm. Now BTI delivers 3 times the product, and it's quicker than ever. Our trucks travel up to 150 miles from any of our 6 stores, delivering premium oil, hydraulic fluid, and DEF, up to 1,500 gallons in just 30 minutes. It's another way to save you time and money. Call any of our 6 BTI locations or visit btioil.com. BTI, our family in partnership with your family.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Greenbacks have taken the lead 4-2 after 4 complete innings. Strong still on the mound for the Greenbacks, and it will be Logan Isaac coming to the plate for the Lions. Bats finally coming alive for the Greenbacks in the last couple innings. Put up 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, another 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Strong has settled down on the mound. And again, we talked about his 9th strikeout in that last inning. It hasn't been the pitching really that's hurt the Greenbacks. It's been a couple fielding errors in that first inning and then again in that second inning.
Yeah. How many walks does he have?
Only 3 walks. 3 walks on the day.
Early on, right?
9 strikeouts. Yeah, it was early on, and a lot of them came with 2 outs in the inning where he got ahead early, and then Lyons able to get some late base runners deep into the inning.
I think they were him and Creston both were frustrated in that first inning. They felt like they should have got some pitches they didn't, and I think that kind of showed and had a couple walks and then carried over into the batting. And
first pitch to Isaac in there for strike one. And gets him swinging on that one. Ahead in the count here, 0-2. Strong ready to go. The 0-2 pitch. Tried the breaking ball. Just misses outside.
What's really nice, you know, a couple of things with Caleb right now is, one, he's got more innings right now than he's had the whole rest of his high school career so far. So he's stepped into this starting role. You know, the Greenbacks needed him to be a starter, needed to have him there, and he's been able to step into it and eat up a bunch of innings and do extremely well doing it.
You know, typically the first couple years, freshman and sophomore year, saw him really more in a closer type of role. Came in, just picked up maybe 5 outs, 6 outs if needed, but never too many innings to start a ball game, and you didn't need him at that point. The Greenbacks bullpen was so deep as Wilson going to take the ball at third, throw over to Timish at first for the first out of the inning, the ground out. Nice play from the Greenback defense on the corners, Wilson and Timish.
Yeah, great job by Madden. I mean, if you've watched him over the last few games, Madden can cover some ground at third base. You might not think it, but the kid's got good hands, good IQ of baseball, and he's made some great plays over there.
Easton Diazio steps to the plate. First pitch misses for ball one. Top of the 5th inning, Greenbacks on top 4-2 here at Smoky Ford Field, 1 out.
Yeah, the other thing that's nice to see with Caleb is they identified here, over the last year or so that part of the way he was throwing was causing a little bit of strain to him. And so you'd always see him after a while kind of shaking his arm to get it loose. And, you know, I was talking to his dad the other day, and he's like, you know, we haven't seen him do that at all this year. He's adjusted a little bit on his delivery and seems to have taken away some of that stress that he was feeling before.
Well, not only the physical stress, but the mental worry of thinking that your arm's going to hurt going out there. Having that away is big. As that pitch in there for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Diazio, and now Blake Smith will come to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 5th with a runner down at first base. Strong working out of the stretch now with Diazio down at first. Diazio's got to be careful. Pour the throw down. Timish in front of the bag. The bunt drew him in.
Yeah.
Sucked the corners in. Otherwise, the throw from Poor looked like it may have been there in time.
What's crazy is I don't know if he was supposed to be coming in or if he's supposed to stay, because I didn't see Smiley moving from second towards first. So
the pitch was a strike, so it'll be an 0-1 pitch on the way, and that one right back up the middle. Double play ball if they can handle it. Schmidt touches second, throws to first, gets them both, and the Greenbacks get themselves out of it on the double play ball from Josiah Schmidt. That's how you get yourself out of an inning, and the Greenbacks will have their bats out when we come back in the bottom of the 5th.
For your fine dining experience, be sure to stop at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt, Western Kansas's premier steakhouse for over 50 years. They'll serve you the best with their friendly, attentive staff and home-cooked meal you desire. Also offering a full range of entertainment with live music and karaoke weekend nights. So come for food and stay for fun at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt. Open 7 nights a week.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
Well, welcome back to Smoky Ford Field here on Thunder Country. Greenbacks on top 4-2. They'll get the bats back out. A nice play from Josiah Schmidt. A double play to get the Greenbacks out of that inning, and it'll be Creston Poor to lead things off. Daniel Smith still on the mound Blake Smith still on the mound for the Lions as we enter this bottom half of the 5th inning.
I'm telling you, like, I don't know who picks this kid's walk-up songs, but I have not been a fan of them for 4 years.
As he closes in on the all-time hit record, I'd say whatever he's doing seems to be working. As Poor comes to the plate to lead the Greenbacks off, takes that pitch low in the turf for ball 1.
Well, knock on wood. I mean, worst case scenario, I think he was saying the other day that he would at least have 1 year of being the all-time games played record.
That pitch misses low and away.
And then it'll get broken next year by Caleb, because Caleb's freshman year, is when we went to 26
played a lot
games.
of ball games, yes.
Yeah, that's when we adjusted to six extra games. But
fastball misses for ball 3. Smith trying to avoid the leadoff walk. Comes in with the fastball and misses again. Ooh. Outside. Poor going to take it. I thought it looked good too. Poor throws the bat. Never doubted it. He heads down to first base. That leadoff runner. Now see what Madden Wilson can do with it. A walk and a pop out for Wilson in his first 2 at-bats.
I'll tell you what, Madden, I feel bad for him a little bit. That kid has hit the ball harder than many of the other guys this year. It's just right at guys. Right at the center fielder, right at the right fielder. He's tattooed some balls this year, but it's just right at the defense.
Has a chance to do something here with Poor down at first base. Takes first pitch. In there for strike 1. Wilson looking at a 0-1 count. Misses up high. That pitch had a little more pop on it. Misses for a ball, though. Smith evens the count up 1-1. Wilson looking for his first hit. 1-1 pitch. Got a runner going. Poor down to second. Won't matter as that one clips Wilson in the shoulder. The hit by pitch will send Wilson to first. Move Poor over to second base.
Now Luke's got the bat that could drive something in, but at the same time, you're first and second again, nobody out. Like, Luke's a guy that can get the bunt down. He's done it in games already, and he's a guy that could beat it out.
And this is the same scenario we saw last inning with runners on first and second, no outs. It was the bottom half of that lineup, though, that was unable to get the bunt down, and right away, Gatlin squaring to show bunt. Poor has to slide in safely as...
Yeah, and this is the thing you hope that Luke just saw, right? You know that first baseman is staying there, and you can't get it right back to the pitcher down that first base side because they could get the lead runner at third. So you've got to get it down the third base line so those guys can move over.
Once again, Gatlin squaring to bunt, gets it down the third base line. A perfect bunt from Gatlin, going to force Smith to slide for it off the mound. He can't make a play on it, and everybody's safe. What a play from Gatlin.
And that's the spot. That's the one we talked about with Vince when he was going to bunt. If you can get it down that third base side right there, you've got the pitcher coming over to make that play, and that's tough to do. Not only is it tough to come off the mound and get to the ball, but now you're forced as a pitcher, if you can't get the guy going to third, you got to spin around and make a great throw to first. And that's tough at the high school level for some of these guys.
And so Max Timish will come to the plate now with the bases loaded. 0 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A great opportunity for the sophomore. Can he take advantage of it? Turns on that one, sends it into a gap in right center field. It will get down. Diving for it is Anderson, but comes up short. 1 run comes home to score, and they'll hold up Wilson at third base, and Max Timish delivers with the RBI single.
I'll tell you, that was a great, when you watch baseball and you see the baseball knowledge, that was a great job by Luke Gatlin. It didn't do exactly what would have been great because Madden did what he needed to, and that is make sure that the ball dropped before he got too far off second. But Luke Gatlin, if you didn't catch it, he was almost a second because he knew, hey, I can get back from here if this ball drops. And so he was ready to take an extra base had Coach Hill sent Madden. Luke would have been at third pretty easily, but tough spot because Madden had to stick closer to second base in case they did catch it.
And now Vanderviver will come to the plate. Still no outs, bases loaded. A chance to follow up on Timish's RBI single. He's looking at a 1-1 count after that one misses.
This is that part where Vince has got to tell himself, listen, I screwed the bunt piece up last at bat. Let me go knock in 2 runs right here, and maybe Coach will forget about the bunting.
1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball finds its way in there for strike 2. Now we'll have to protect down in the count 1-2. And a hard hit ball from Vanderviver right up the middle. Nice play from Isaac at second, trying to double up Vanderviver. Not able to do it as Vanderviver runs it out. Only able to get the 1 out at second, but Wilson comes home to score. Vanderviver puts the bat on the ball, drives in 1.
Great job by Vince right there, and at least getting it in play to give ourselves a chance to try and push a run across. So
Gatlin.
Got Matthew James coming up. Nope. Is that who is this?
Gavin Giggy coming to the plate. Then we've got a substitution. What number do you have there on the jersey?
27.
27 would be Joshua Mitchell.
I think this will be his first varsity at bat this year.
And so he'll come in for Gavin Giggy. His first time at the plate. Boy, what a time. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on the corner. And you get a chance to swing the bat now. Throw back to first. Vanderviver back safely.
And with Luke being a senior at third, this is a perfect chance to try and push Vince over to second here on the first pitch before Josh even tries to take a swing.
First pitch coming home. Mitchell squares up, lays down a nice bunt down the first baseline. Smith off the mound, gets the out at first, but again, Gatlin able to come home and score. And a great at-bat from Joshua Mitchell. Lays down a beautiful bunt away from the base runner at third, and Gatlin never a chance of getting him at home.
Yeah, you're guaranteed, Coach Hill, that was a conversation he was having with Josh when he went up there was, hey, you're going to bunt, but you've got to push it down the first base line and push this run across, and he did exactly what they needed him to do right there. Great job by a freshman getting that done.
So the lone base runner now, Vanderviver at second base, as Smiley comes to the plate, looking to do something here. First pitch misses for ball 1. Greenbacks now lead at 7-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Smiley sits back on that one, pulls the trigger, and fouls it back out of play.
Got some more guys that earned their varsity hat this week, so been suiting up about 12, and I think 4 more is what I was told earned their varsity hat this week and are suited up, so 16.
1-1 pitch, breaking ball. That's always fun when you're an underclassman or a young one, able to know that you've done enough to letter for the season.
Well, they haven't lettered yet. They at least get a suit up for varsity, but
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they still.
Okay,
I think the rule is they got to play in 9 innings. I think is the criteria. So
Smith going to step off. Vanderviver back to second base.
But it's Coach Hill has a process where there's a hat that he'll give out just to guys that make the varsity squad every year, and until he feels you're ready, you don't get that hat. And once he's ready and he feels like you've proven it to him that you can suit up varsity, then you can have the hat and you'll be able to suit up varsity from that point.
That's a neat tradition.
So
another throw down to second. Vanderviver back safely. So he steps back in, looking at a 2-1 count. Smiley pops it up. Isaac going back from short. Anderson coming in from center, and a tough play for Isaac at short, but able to make it for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Greenbacks put up 3, now lead this ball game 7-2 as we head to the top of the 6th when we return here on Thunder Country.
Escape into your ultimate outdoor getaway with the help of Uni Landscapes, your local full-service landscape design and construction company specializing in landscapes, hardscapes, patios, sprinkler systems, water features, and snow removal services. They create your dream space by incorporating design elements unique to you and your family. Uni Landscapes serves Pratt and the surrounding area and is open Monday through Friday. Call 620-672-3301 to transform your outdoor space today.
Need proof that Pratt has something for you? Living in Pratt is second to none with a fitness center, added new wings on an already impressive regional medical center, even an art museum. Pratt has dynamic downtown shopping, lots of hunting and fishing, and over 200 acres for outdoor lovers. Pratt is a great place to work and raise a family with beautiful older homes and new developments. Progressive, proud, and visionary. Proof that Pratt has something for you.
Welcome back to Greenback Baseball here on Thunder Country. Once again, I'm Cody Eastis alongside Chad Poor on the call for you today here at Smoky Ford Field. Beautiful day for some baseball. A little bit windy. When we started this ball game, it was 87 degrees out with about 22-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the southwest. So you don't see too many balls fly out of this ballpark, but another favorable wind. If some Greenbacks or some Lions wanted to put the bat on the ball, something out there to left field would have some help today.
I'll tell you, we had one. If we had today's wind, we would have had one the last doubleheader that we had where was that the cold one where the wind was blowing in?
Boy, you just don't see many here at Smoky Ford Field.
Creston had a one-hopper the other day and the wind that was blowing in a little bit, but
everybody says it plays deeper than it reads. 320 down the lines and 385 in center. And
I'm told that when they put turf in, that the plate was moved back.
And the 3-pitch strikeout. Ventura goes down swinging, and Strong now double digits strikeouts, his 10th of the day.
I'm told the plate was moved back, but the signs were never changed. And I'm told that the Cobras, so Coach Thompson, Coach Ricky's kids, that they measured it one time, I think from home to center, and it was closer to 400.
So an urban legend.
So, haven't confirmed it, but that's what I'm told.
And the opening pitch, a strike for Strong as Zane Zambo comes to the plate now with one out here in the top of the 6th inning.
I also laugh at you talk about the wind and it, I had a conversation with Missy Schmidt, Josiah's mom, and older brother Owen's mom here earlier this year.
Fouled back out of play.
Owen hit 2 bombs at Cloud. And,
and he's done it at PCC, too. Owen went on to playing at PCC. He's had a great season out there.
Yeah. He hit two bombs when they were at Cloud in Concordia. And
chopper off the plate. Going to say it's in play. Strong takes a funny hop, but Poor following it up. What a great play from Poor behind home plate, knowing to trail that ball. Yeah. And thankfully, boy, he did for the second out of the inning.
So he did that this year. We had the one last year that Creston hit in the wind that hit the top of the fence and went over at this park. And so I texted Missy Schmidt and I said, man, Owen's on fire today hitting 2 bombs. And the first thing she said was, they were wind dated.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't say that in the stat sheet. Well, nothing in the stat sheet says wind dated. This isn't track.
And my comment last year, my comment to Missy was, listen, maybe it is wind dated, but you need to tell all these other boys they had the exact same wind.
That one, a hard hit ball from Giorgetti, gets by Schmidt at shortstop, and a 2-out single puts a runner on base for the Lions. Giorgetti's first base hit of the day. One right up the middle. Schmidt tried to get on the turf to his left and dive for it, just couldn't haul it in. And that'll bring Porter Anderson to the plate for the Lions.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is these guys are all so competitive that, when a kid does that with the wind, they're all like, oh, it was wind, and they're all giving each other kind of crap about it a little bit. But the reality is like, bro, you got the same wind I do. Why didn't you hit one out today?
The 2-out pitch from Strong misses outside. 4-1. 1-0 pitch. Fastball low, 4-2. 2-0 count now. Anderson looking for his first hit of the afternoon as the Lions in the bottom half of their lineup here. And foul tip back into the net. 2-1 the count. Anytime the ball's been hit by this Lions team, it hasn't been in the air. Strong's forced 5 ground outs. They haven't got underneath it a whole lot today. Tried to come inside with the fastball, just misses for ball 3. Working with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Greenbacks on top 7-2. And another one fouled down the right side.
Be nice to see Caleb get out of here on this next pitch and maybe be able to come back for a batter or 2 in the top. I mean, he's obviously, you know, maxed on. He's going to have 4 days rest, so he's not gonna pitch Friday at Nickerson. So he'll have plenty of rest before Mulvane next Tuesday.
The full count pitch. There's that big pitch you were talking about. Strong. It's the payoff pitch for the 3rd out of the inning, the 11th strikeout of the afternoon for Caleb Strong. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Greenbacks lead at 7-2 when we return.
Escape into your ultimate outdoor getaway with the help of Uni Landscapes, your local full-service landscape design and construction company specializing in landscapes, hardscapes, patios, sprinkler systems, water features, and snow removal services. They create your dream space by incorporating design elements unique to you and your family. Uni Landscapes serves Pratt and the surrounding area and is open Monday through Friday. Call 620-672-3301 to transform your outdoor space today.
Need proof that Pratt has something for you? Living in Pratt is second to none with a fitness center, added new wings on an already impressive regional medical center, even an art museum. Pratt has dynamic downtown shopping, lots of hunting and fishing, and over 200 acres for outdoor lovers. Pratt is a great place to work and raise a family with beautiful older homes and new developments. Progressive, proud, and visionary. Proof that Pratt has something for you.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be the Greenbacks in the top of their lineup that come to the plate. Caleb Strong to get things going here for the Greenbacks. He's had a good day at the plate. 2 hits on 3 at-bats. A double and a single for Strong, and trying to jump on that first pitch. Sends it down the left field line. It will drop foul.
Always a fan of let's just go ahead and score 5 right here and
not put Strong back out there. You know, you were talking about him hoping to get back out and finish this ball game off. But like you said, you put 5 up here, and that's a scenario you don't have to worry about. A 1-1 count now after that pitch miss, 4-1. Curveball in the turf misses low. Heading the count 2-1. Both pitchers going deep into this ball game. 84 pitches on the afternoon for Smith, and Strong, I believe he was at 94 when he came out after that last inning.
Yeah, and I don't know, you know, honestly, with Lyons not being a league school anymore, I don't know what else they have ready for us in game 2 or to come in relief. But I do know that some league schools don't pitch their ace against us.
That ball, a hard hit ball from Strong right up the middle. Strong's going to lead this inning off with a single. And so that will bring Josiah Schmidt to the plate. 1 runner on. So Strong down at first base for the Greenbacks. Able to start this inning off with a base hit. Josiah Schmidt, 1 for 3 today. Had a double, his lone hit of the afternoon. And you asked for 5 runs this inning, Chad. Strong started it off the way you wanted him to and takes second base. Boy, you know when Strong gets on base, he's going to be aggressive on the base path.
Definitely. And that's, you know, that's one of the things that's helped us over the years is being able to get guys to steal second and a lot of times even being able to read a pitcher and get to third.
Count 1-0 on Schmidt. Strong with his lead at second. Count goes 2-0. much attention does Smith pay to Strong down there at second? You know he's dangerous. Now comes home with that one, and again misses outside. Josiah Schmidt looking at a 3-0 count, first base open. And a 3-0 pitch in there for strike one.
It's kind of
almost wondered there if he has the green light, as good a hitter as Josiah Schmidt is. You just don't see it too often, the green light at the high school level.
I think even if Coach Hill gave him the green light, his dad would strangle him.
I think you're right. The 3-1 pitch, swings on that one, back into the net. Now Smith right back in this at bat, fills it up at 3-2.
You know, it's kind of one of the things just sitting here watching a little bit. One of the challenges of being just a high school player is adjusting, you know, such different strike zones from the various umpires that you get, and having to adjust to that. We've had a lot that have been calling that outside one that this one is not.
The 3-2 pitch, misses low, tried the breaking ball. And so Schmidt will head down to first base. Now runners on first and second. It's Creston Poor. Comes to the plate. No out still here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Poor with a good opportunity. Ask for 5. You got 2 out there in waiting. No outs yet here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taking a look at Strong down there at second. Now comes home. Misses low for ball 1. Poor still looking for his first base hit. A strikeout and a walk. And a 2-0 count.
And a pop
up.
Yep, that little pop out on that curveball. Not that I pay attention and remember.
That's what every dad's supposed to do. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Puts that one in the air, tracking to the right. Going over is Inwood. Does he have room? Yes. The first out on the pop out. Nobody able to advance. So with 1 out now here in the bottom of the 6th, Madden Wilson. He'll come to the plate. He's been able to find his way down to first base today. Just hasn't done it by way of hit yet. Drew a walk, then got hit by a pitch his last at bat. So with 1 out now, Strong down at second, Schmidt at first base. Now the throw down to Strong. He's back safely. Takes another one. Madden Wilson takes another one on the hip, stands in there, knew it was coming the whole way. And his second time hit today. Heads down to first base, and that will fill the bases up for Luke Gatlin. Gatlin's put the bat on the ball, 2 singles today. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up.
That guy has been the #1 hit batter every year probably since he was 8 years old, or for his first year at kid pitch.
And isn't it funny, every team has one. Every team has a magnet that just will draw the hit by pitch. For the Greenbacks, it is definitely Madden Wilson. And nearly clips Gatlin on that high inside fastball.
We're talking about having to adjust, and we're talking about, you know, Landon being out now with injuries. You know, Luke Gatlin's one that's been playing with a torn meniscus since football season. So,
ooh, turned on that one. Strong had to hop out of the way down there at third base. Nearly got Strong in the numbers right on the back. And kids, if you're watching, that is why you are always in foul territory down there on third base line. Strong will reset. Gatlin steps in. Count 2-1. Well, he wanted that one after making good contact on the last pitch. Just misses, fills the count up at 2-2. Strong waiting down there at third base. And the breaking ball got him looking. Boy, that one hung up for a while. Only the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Smith, but that's a big one with the bases loaded and the way that Gatlin's been hitting today. Now Max Timish will come to the plate, who delivered last time, put one in play for a single, and has the chance to do it again. It was a bases loaded opportunity his last at bat. Can he do it again? First pitch outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Max had to do he's done quite a bit of growing up, his first 2 years here and, becoming a leader here as a sophomore. And you don't see that a lot where a sophomore has to become one of the leaders. I mean, we've got 4 seniors and a couple of juniors, but he's definitely stepped into a good leadership role, trying to bring some of these younger guys along and work with them.
Take second pitch outside for ball 2. Turns on that one, sends it deep into left field. Diazio a couple steps to the left, and boy, he was just in the right spot at the right time as it was good contact by Timish, and the Greenbacks leave 3 stranded and will take a 7-2 lead to the top of the 7th when we come back here on Thunder Country.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent, to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. I am there to handle all your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to me, Jamie Roach, today and see how I can help protect what matters most.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Piester are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Greenbacks on top 7-2. And a pitching change for the Greenbacks. Juan Fernandez coming in to pitch. Caleb Strong will move out to center field. Everybody else seems to stay put. Gavin Giggy coming in from center field. Take a look at that defense for the Greenbacks. So now you've got Fernandez on the mound, and Strong moves out to center field. James out in right. Gatlin in left field. And due up now for the Lions. They've got to do something here if they want to keep this game going. Cameron Inwood comes to the plate, looking for his first hit. A line out and a strikeout on the afternoon. And a first pitch swinging strike.
Yeah, nice to be able to get a couple of these freshmen quite a bit of innings this year in some of our early games. And
good breaking ball from Fernandez, ahead in the count now. 0-2 the count. And 3 straight pitches. Poor's got to locate that one behind home plate. Takes a big bounce and can't make the throw down. A little bit of adjustment, too. When you bring in a new pitcher, your catcher's got to adjust to the different breaks, the different speed, and Poor that time just not able to hang on to that breaking ball that was swung on.
Yeah, definitely a wicked one right there. And, anytime you've got the spin on it, you never know where it's going to bounce and where it's going to go. Smother it. You got to smother it.
So that puts a runner down at first as Anderson comes to the plate. Still no outs. Another good pitch from Fernandez. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch swung on for strike 2. Once again, Fernandez ahead in the count, 0-2. Ever since that second inning, Lions haven't been able really to do anything at the plate.
No, and they really didn't even do anything in the first 2 innings. It just,
double play ball up the middle. Smiley to Schmidt to Timish. Got them both. Nice play from the Greenbacks. Smiley started it off. Schmidt sliding over. And so with 2 outs now here in the top of the 7th inning, Logan Isaac will come to the plate. The Lions need a few to keep it going. Schmidt has a chance to end it here. The throw to first. Timish goes up, hauls it in, and the Greenbacks get themselves out of it. 3 quick batters, 3 quick outs. Fernandez comes in, pitches a great 7th inning to get the Greenbacks out of it, and that will conclude game 1. Greenbacks will take it 7-2.
Yeah, great job by great job by Fernandez coming in and, less than 10 pitches right there to get out of it. Did what he needed to do. Just come in and throw strikes, man. Let him put it in play. Trust your defense. That's been the backbone of the Greenbacks for years is throw strikes, trust your defense, and he came in and did just that.
And the Greenbacks come away 7-2 with this doubleheader. Greenbacks now 8-1 on the season. And the format, the scenario for the day, as always, we're going to send it back to the station. And then take a break for about 20 minutes is what we'll have in between games here. When we come back, we'll recap Game 1, get you all set for Game 2. It'll be Game 2 of the doubleheader action. Again, you got time to get down here. If you're not here yet, want to come watch the Greenbacks play, it's a beautiful day here at
feels awesome.
Smoky Ford Field. No softball today, so just baseball. And we'll send it back to the station. Be back on air in about 20 minutes. The live stream on YouTube will stay up and running. But the radio action will take a break and be back with you here in about 20 minutes or so. We appreciate you tuning in for Game 1. I've been Cody Eustis alongside Chad Poor. And once a Greenback, always a Greenback.
This is Terry from Gatlin Clark's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
You're listening to Thunder Country 98.3. The Pratt Greenbacks are on the court. Now, here's the voice of the Greenbacks, Cody Eastis.
Well, welcome back to Game 2 of doubleheader action today, here live from Smoky Ford Field. I'm Cody Eastis here with Thunder Country, and Game 2 coming up in just a few more minutes. Both teams now getting out on the field, ready to roll, and we're getting ready ourselves. The Greenbacks come away with the big 7-2 win in Game 1 action. One they had to come from behind in that ball game, trailed 2-0 after the first couple of innings. Lyons able to put up one run in the top of the first and another run in the top of the second. Really more due to Greenbacks just hadn't settled in, had some costly errors on defense. Lyons wasn't hitting the ball really well. In fact, Strong able to hold him to a 3-hitter on the day. Strong threw all 5 innings, and then, 6 innings, came back out. And in the 7th inning, Juan Fernandez came in to throw a good closing 7th inning. And so the Lions scoreless from the 3rd inning on. The 3rd inning, that's where the Greenbacks would get going. Put up 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and then 3 in the 5th inning to jump on top 7-2, and that would be all it would take. The Greenbacks would have 9 hits on the day, only 3 hits for the Lions. So a good day for the Greenbacks in the defense once they got through those first couple innings and some of those defensive woes that cost them some runs early on. Bats finally came around once the Greenbacks got through the lineup the second time, able to really dial in on Smith and made a big difference. And now we enter Game 2 here, and on the mound for the Greenbacks, it'll be Josiah Schmidt throwing Game 1, and due up to lead things off for the Lions, Logan Isaac. And Schmidt already starting this ball game off with a strike. Appreciate you tuning in for Game 2 action. If you couldn't make it down to the field, the beautiful Green Sports Complex, the next best thing is listening to us on the air, pulling us up on the Eastis Media YouTube live stream. We've got all the action in a lot of different ways you can find it. Schmidt ahead in the count 0-2, and quick work. 3-pitch, 3 strikeout. Josiah Schmidt with a good opening at bat for this ball game.
Yeah, I feel like there's no place better to be right now in Pratt on a Tuesday night than
everything else out of town. You know, if you don't have anything else to watch, you had track in Ellsworth. Golf was in Kingman today. Tennis was in Sterling. Lady Greenbacks off on the softball field. So the only home action for your Greenbacks here at home at Smoky Ford Field.
I'll tell you, that's one of the things I've always enjoyed about Pratt is the number of just community people that come out and support these teams.
Chopper to Wilson at third base. Throws over to Timish at first for the second out of the inning.
Always a lot of good community support. Younger kids coming out and watching. It's always been great.
Yeah, Pratt, Greenback Nation, boy, they are faithful, they are loyal, and you don't even have to have a kid or a relative playing. It's just like, oh, Greenbacks are playing, let's go down and watch.
Yeah.
We got 2 outs now here in the top of the first inning of Game 2 of our doubleheader. Blake Smith at the plate. Josiah Schmidt, a good outing in this first inning.
I'll tell you what, like we talked about it the first game, but Blake Smith here, man, too bad he's not a junior because he's got some good size that could help out in football and
we talked about the Smith family
and
will be moving to Pratt as their dad just taking the head basketball position. That was announced today by Pratt High School. So if you weren't tuned in earlier when we were talking about that, new high school boys basketball coach, the hire has been made, and a new family coming to town and some new faces, and Blake Smith, one of those. He will be graduating this year from Sterling High School, though, but some other siblings along the way that going to get used to them in a Greenback uniform. That one a liner to second base. Smiley, a little trouble handling it, stays with it to throw over, but Smith able to leg it out. Reaches on the error.
Yeah, good hard ground ball right there, and just got a little bit of Smiley, and he wasn't able to catch up to it and get it over in time.
And so now Josiah Schmidt will work the first time with the base runner on today. Settle down work out of the stretch with Smith at base. That'll bring Anthony Ventura to the plate for the Lions.
Not the typical size of a 4-hole hitter you would see.
And that ball sailed over second base as Smith takes second behind the plate. Avila now with this rotation that we talked about in Game 1. When you change pitchers, there's a lot of other pieces sometimes that move with it. With Schmidt going on the mound, it brings Poor out from behind the plate to put him at shortstop in that void. And then behind home plate, you've got Avila. So a little different look for the Greenbacks here.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a challenge, and we're fortunate that we don't let a lot of guys get on base anyway, and Avilia's definitely improving over the year, but young freshmen still figuring some things out. But their teams are going to be able to run on him. Like, that's the thing we've got to get squared away a little bit, is being able to shut teams down from running, because everything turns into a double.
1-2 is the count. One-two pitch on the way. Fouled back into the net. Count remains 1-2.
And there's a lot of discussion, between coaches when you're talking about having to make these moves, and who can we catch against what, and sometimes, you don't realize that, hey, Josiah throws hard, but Josiah stays around the plate.
And there's that runner going to third. Won't matter as Josiah Schmidt picks up his third strikeout, and that'll close out the top half of the first inning. We'll head to the bottom half when we come back here on Thunder Country.
This is Terry from Gatlin Meckler's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field, Greenback baseball, game 2 of our doubleheader. And now the Greenbacks a chance to get their bats out after that first inning. One runner left on base by the Lions. No damage done. Greenbacks able to hold them scoreless. Josiah Schmidt a good outing on the mound, and now the Greenbacks will get their bats out. It'll be Caleb Strong to lead things off in the field. For the Lions, it'll be Isaac on the mound, Zambo behind the plate, Inwood at first, Anderson at second, Smith at shortstop, and Ventura at third base. In the outfield, Diazio in left, Anderson in center field, and Giorgetti out in right field to round out the Timish Electric starting lineups for the afternoon. We'll get to the Greenbacks offense here as Caleb Strong comes to the plate. First pitch low in the turf.
Strong, just a junior. You say just a junior, but he's in his, this is his halfway through his freshman year. He moved into the leadoff role and has been there ever since.
Takes that pitch out as we look up the lineups for the Greenbacks. Caleb Strong will lead things off, followed by Josiah Schmidt, Creston Poor, Madden Wilson, Luke Gatlin, Max Timish, Vanderviver, Matthew James, and Caden Smiley in the lineup for game 2 of this doubleheader. Strong ahead in the count now, 3-0. Boy, and if you can get his speed on, it is dangerous, and that is just what he does. A 4-pitch walk puts him down at first base, and that opens some things up. Now if you're Isaac out there on the mound, really got to be careful. With Strong over at first base.
I enjoy these walk-up songs, but there's part of me that's like, hey, bro, let's get to the batter's box.
Well, you got to get them played, and Josiah Schmidt comes to the plate.
Really depends on how good the song is, I
right.
think, whether you got to get it played or not.
And a 5th consecutive ball from Isaac outside. See how aggressive Strong is down at first base. Maybe an issue with the glove of
he had a
Isaac.
Bracelet on his throwing hand of some sort, I think. And
boy, and the rules for what you can or cannot wear, they are pretty strict for pitchers on the mound. The 1-0 pitch, that one in there for the first strike.
Yeah, Max had a wrap on his hand because he had a blister that kept bleeding, and we had some issues with that at Great Bend where they were trying to get him to have to remove it, but it was health reasons and wasn't affecting anything. And
now pitch in the turf. Strong easily taking second base. There's the stolen base. You knew it would come at some point if he wasn't hit around before he had the chance to do it. Pitch was low, so Schmidt will be looking at a 2-1 count with Strong now down at second base. The 2-1 pitch misses low, so early on Isaac having a little trouble finding the zone, not wanting to throw to some of these hitters.
And this is where you hope the other guys are watching as well, right? Like you're sitting here going, okay, he's thrown, 7 balls, 1 strike. Like, let's make him earn it.
Be patient, yeah.
Yeah.
Patient batter. And Schmidt, he'll take a walk. That one a 5-pitch walk, but puts runners at first and second base. Schmidt down at first, Strong at second, and Poor coming to the plate for the Greenbacks. Still no outs. First time to the plate this ball game. Bottom half of the first inning here for the Greenbacks. Poor will step in with some opportunities out there. Squaring, shows bunt, trying to move those runners around. Corners coming in. Poor puts down a nice bunt down the third base line. Zambo comes out to field it, doesn't even make the throw, and a perfectly executed bunt from Creston Poor.
Yeah, that's that piece we talked about in the first game, right? They're keeping the third baseman at third because you got guys at first and second and bringing the first baseman in. So if you can get that bunt down the third base line, and there's a sweet spot where you've got to get it close to the line, but just far enough down that it's, too far away for the catcher to get there quick, and that's what Creston was able to do on that one.
So Madden Wilson will come to the plate, bases loaded, no outs, and he's got to be licking his chops with the opportunities that are out there. Takes first pitch for ball 1. Strong down at third base. Another pitch misses just outside.
Madden's also a kid that's super selective, and so he's not going to just go up there hacking at stuff, and so very well, he's either going to drive in a couple of runs or he's going to get another walk on the day.
The 2-0 pitch. Just as you said, a patient at-bat from Wilson here, ahead in the count, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch on the way. Takes it for strike 1. Well, I think you're still patient here if you're Wilson, though. Only a 3-1 count, and Isaac struggled to find the zone.
Yep, 100%.
3-1 pitch on the way. Misses outside, walks in the first run of the ball game. Everybody moves over 1. Greenbacks now lead it 1-0. And that'll bring Luke Gatlin to the plate. Had a good game 1. Put the bat on the ball, drove in some runs, and now has a chance here. 3 RBIs out there in the waiting for him.
Yeah, honestly, when you've got 1 walked in and you've got bases loaded, nobody outs, and you're 5-hole coming to the plate, like anything less than 4 runs this inning is a little bit disappointing, I think. Put pressure on them, get some runs across, and you kind of take away part of their heartbeat early already, especially when you just won game 1.
First pitch in there for a strike, and that one, Gatlin puts it on the ground. Could be a double play ball as Ventura goes to second with it, gets the out at second, but Gatlin's safe at first. It does score 1. They get Wilson at second, but could not turn 2. First out of the ball game, but the Greenbacks able to turn it into a run.
Yeah, I think right here, if you're Max Timish, he needs to just be patient, not take a swing, and there's no reason we shouldn't get Luke Gatlin down to second base right away here to get Max 2 runners in scoring position.
Timish will come to the plate. Greenbacks on top 2-0. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch just misses, low and away. Runners on the corners, Poor down at third base, Gatlin at first base. Timish going to step out and reset. The 1-0 pitch coming to third. Nobody there to receive the throw.
Yeah, that move doesn't really work if you don't have anybody kind of holding the guy.
Got to be on the same page
that
time.
Over there.
Timish showing bunt here. Pulls back, turns on that one, sends it into left field, backing up. Diazio sets up underneath it, tagging from third base. Poor will come home. The throw cut, won't make it there. And the RBI sac fly from Max Timish scores another one. Gatlin stays put at third base, but Timish able to drive in a run on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, good contact by Max right there. Drove it out where Creston could tag up and push another run across right there.
So it'll be Vince Vanderviver coming to the plate. Greenbacks now lead at 3-0. Gatlin still down at first base, staying put. Vanderviver takes strike one down the middle.
Vanderviver's got a nice little bat right here. Nice little contact we've seen this year so far. Good little pop.
That one down the right side. Will it stay fair? It does. Just inside the right field line, and Gatlin running on contact ends up at third base. Well, Vanderviver finds his first hit of the day. He was hitless in game one. Now puts runners on the corner.
If you've watched the Greenbacks, you notice that when they get a hit, when they get to first base, that Coach Ricky gives them a Skittles or, you know.
Is that what that is? You see it over there every time, and
you
you're
get a
always
piece of
wondering
candy.
what is going on there with Coach Ricky.
You get a double, you get two, kind of that whole thing. But we haven't convinced him yet, but his sister Stacy Strong is trying to convince him that he needs to switch to those Bean Boozled jelly beans that you don't know what the flavor is going to be.
Now that'd make for some fun faces down there at first base.
Yeah, the guys love getting down there and getting them a Skittle or two.
Matthew James coming to the plate for his first plate appearance of the day. Good rope down the chopper to third base. The throw over to first, and the scoop from Inwood completes the play. But the Greenbacks put up 3. They lead at 3-0 as we head to the top of the second. You're listening to Greenback Baseball here on Thunder Country.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors and Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff.
And Jared.
At Intergreen Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Intergreen at 620-672-2338 or visit intergreenservices.com.
Intergreen Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field after one complete inning of play. Greenbacks on top 3-0. Josiah Schmidt back out there on the mound for the Greenbacks, and due up Zane Zambo for the Lions at the plate. Zambo jumping on that first pitch, fouls it back out of play.
Schmidt super efficient in that first inning there. 15 pitches.
2 strikeouts.
Yeah, just a great job by him.
Scoring 3 runs in the first. No better way to help your pitcher out than putting some runs up, coming right into the dugout after he made quick work of that Lions lineup. And a foul ball out of play has Zambo down in the count 0-2 early here. Schmidt likes strong, likes to work quick, already on the mound, ready to roll. Zambo steps in, chopper to first base. Timish takes the high hop, keeping himself and head back to first base. Good out from the sophomore down at first.
Yeah, if you've listened in quite a bit over the last few years, you've heard Josiah Schmidt's name and Crescent Poor's name quite a bit over that. Both those guys that are going on to play junior college ball next year. So
Poor going to PCC out here, and Schmidt going to Colby Community College, as he gets the action right back to him. The bunt tried to be laid down by Giorgetti, and a 1 pitch out. Now 2 outs, quick 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning, as Porter Anderson will come to the plate for the Lions.
Yeah, it shows how different kids are. They had offers from the same places and could have went together and been roommates and done whatever, but they chose different options because they both felt like different things were better for them or for their family.
It'll be fun to see what they each do now as they go beyond the Greenback uniform. 0-1 pitch in there, strike 2. Schmidt ahead quick here. 0-2 count on the way to Anderson. That one a chopper to Smiley at second. Smiley down on it and out of the inning. Quick work. Schmidt goes 1, 2, 3 with the lineup again. We'll head to the bottom of the second when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Exceptional dentistry, right in your neighborhood. At Pratt Family Dental, Dr. Carson Hopkins and Dr. Stephen Coons are here to keep your smile healthy and bright. From routine cleanings to advanced care, our team has the expertise and technology to handle all your dental needs with comfort and confidence. Because at Pratt Family Dental, it's not just about teeth, it's about family, trust, and smiles that last a lifetime. Call today to schedule your appointment with Dr. Hopkins or Dr. Coons. Pratt Family Dental, where exceptional care meets friendly faces.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field here on Thunder Country. Greenbacks on top 3-0 after 1.5 innings of play. Now a chance to get the bats back out. Coming to the plate. And that one chopped foul. Well, I didn't have that last out recorded on here. What was the last out of the top of the second? Was that a strikeout as well, or was that the Smiley? Excuse me,
Yep.
Smiley.
Ground out to Smiley.
That ground out from Smiley for the third out, and that resets us here. So Smiley at the plate after that. Just fouled one off and takes that pitch in there, 4-1.
That was a good little curveball right there.
A 1-1 count on the way to Smiley, trying to get the Greenbacks off. Had a good first half of the first inning, right to the right side, and it gets by the glove of Inwood. Couldn't get the glove down on it. Came off the bat quick of Smiley. And just like that, a leadoff runner for the Greenbacks. Smiley with the single. And now the Greenbacks get back to the top of their lineup. Caleb Strong will make his way in. And Smiley ends up down there on second base.
Yeah, got by the first baseman, and I think that right fielder's playing so far over that they just couldn't get over there. Couldn't get over there to make a play.
So great position for Caleb Strong. Top of the lineup for the Greenbacks here. Strong drew a walk his first at bat. Takes first pitch outside, 4-1. 1-0 count. Strong again, being patient. His second time around, takes a pitch outside for ball 2. Isaac taking a look back at Smiley. 2-0 pitch. Just can't find that outside edge.
This will be the last game against Lyons for a little while, so they're not on the schedule for next year. So
the cycles already came out then. Already got the schedule set for next year, and a 4-pitch walk to Caleb Strong, similar to his first at bat. Finds his way down at first base, and that puts runners at first and second for Josiah Schmidt.
Yeah, with the so Cheney, with the addition of Cheney next year, so Cheney will be added after football, so they'll be on the baseball schedule, which means we've got to eliminate two of our already scheduled games, essentially, and Lyons being a non-league team. And we've added some great non-league competition with Great Bend and Mulvane, and I think it just came down to, what's better for Pratt is to get rid of the Lyons doubleheader versus the other ones.
I think that addition of Cheney into the CKL is going to be great just for the competitive. Raises the bar for everybody, and that is a good thing for both schools and for the CKL in itself.
It's tough for last year we had a 6-game stretch here in baseball where we outscored our opponents 96-5, and it just doesn't help you when you get to the postseason and you're in those close games. Like that doesn't help us. We don't see pitching like this in the postseason.
Right.
And so it's kind of been a downfall for us a little bit is what we had to play in league.
Hard hit ball from Schmidt deep into left center field, and a great catch in center from Anderson. Had to go across his body.
I'm critical of kids, you know that. That's a mistake on our base running right there, right? That ball's deep enough and in front of him that honestly we should have tagged up, and we should have guys at second and third right now.
So Smiley at second, Strong down at first base, and once they saw that ball hit, they started going halfway, and like you said, had to quickly get back, took the opportunity of the tagging up on that away. It was a great play out in center field by Anderson, and now Creston Poor coming to the plate. And there's a rope. That'll move him around. Gets down in left field, coming around. Smiley at third base. Gets sent home. Strong heading for third. The throw not heading his way, so he stands up easily. And the RBI single from Creston Poor scores one and puts runners on the corners.
I don't know if you can replay that. I don't know if you see that. Creston rounds first, and immediately before his foot hits the bag coming back, already has his hand out for the skittle.
They know it's like Pavlov's dogs. They know it's coming.
Yes, they are waiting for that.
We'll see if we can get that replay up in between innings as Madden Wilson comes to the plate. Smiley scoring on that one, Strong over to third. And a good chance for Wilson here. Uncontested. Poor will take second base. Wilson was hit by the pitch twice in game one. Steps in looking at a 1-0 count after the first pitch missed. One out here, bottom of the second inning, and a roller down the first base line nearly acts as a bunt, and Wilson able to scatter down to first base and scores one. Boy, the bunt wasn't the call, but that is exactly what a bunt would have done.
Yeah, that 100%. Madden was so far ahead of that pitch that his bat was already through the zone, and the cap of his bat is what hit that ball, looking just like a bunt down the first base line.
And so now Luke Gatlin will come to the plate. Put the ball on the ground his first time out, reached on a fielder's choice. Has runners on the corners, Poor at third, Wilson at first base. Greenbacks on top 4-0. So the bats have come alive a little earlier in this ball game as Gatlin turns on that one down the third base side, and Ventura will not be able to get to it before it gets out of play.
Yeah, that was the first baseman on that one. Struggled with that play a little bit. I think he was wondering, how do I get here? What do I do? And ended up focusing more on Madden running by him.
And a good hustle by Madden Wilson to leg that out.
Yep. Worked out great.
After that foul ball from Gatlin, count 0-1. Runners stay put on the corners. Isaac taking a look back over the shoulder at Wilson. Now comes home with it. Ball deep into center field. Backing up Anderson. Going to have a chance for another play. This time the Greenbacks able to tag on it as Poor will come home easily on the sac fly. RBI from Gatlin. Wilson stays put. Greenbacks lead at 6-0. Pitch inside. Timish takes it, 4-1. Max Timish at the plate. Wilson getting that lead over at first base. Isaac, take a look over. Wilson gonna head down to second base, trying for the stolen base. The throw down. Wilson slides in safely.
Watch. Let's see what he does here towards the dugout. Anything?
Usually you get some theatrics from Wilson. Not too often you see. You talked about that left side of the infield.
Yeah.
And Wilson getting himself a stolen base there.
It's not very often that two 4A linemen, 3A, 4A linemen are playing short and third. And when him and Josiah are there, they do a great job, man. They cover that side, and those guys are nimble feet.
Timish looking at a 2-1 count. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And that now 2-2 count. Excuse me. Thought that was the final pitch of the at-bat. Now Timish will have to protect, down 2-2. 2 outs. Inside, takes it for ball 3.
That's that one we got to get Max just to let hit him.
Makes some contact there. Another play for Ventura at third. Takes the high hop, throws over for the third out of the inning. But once again, the Greenbacks, similar to the first, put up 3. Now lead this ball game 6-0 as we head to the top of the third here on Thunder Country.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
At Timish Electric, we light up your world with reliable and efficient electrical services. Our team of skilled and certified electricians is dedicated to providing top-notch service for all your electrical needs. From residential, commercial, or industrial needs, we ensure your electrical systems are safe, reliable, and up to code. Contact us today at 620-672-9334 to schedule a consultation. Timish Electric, proudly serving Pratt and the surrounding areas electrical needs for over 25 years.
Welcome back to Greenback Baseball here from Smoky Ford Field. Cameron Inwood set to lead things off as we enter the top of the third inning. And a chopper to Poor. Tried the backhand, stays with it. The throw over, not in time. Just a quick bobble out of Poor's glove. Couldn't recover in time, and having to go that deep to his backside just makes it a tough throw. If he could have made that, ball would have been in the middle of the infield. I think time would have been there for him to make it. Instead, it results in a leadoff single for Inwood, and now Anderson will come to the plate. The runner down at first base.
Yeah, tough play right there, but, you know, stuck with it, try to make something happen. You know, talk about Josiah being efficient the first inning. Last inning, 7 pitches to get the 3 outs.
Runner going. Is there time for the double play? Poor going to elect to take the out at first after Inwood was stealing on that play. No time to try to get that double play ball, so the heads-up play from Poor takes the easy out. That will bring Isaac to the plate for the Lions. Schmidt's thrown first pitch strikes to 7 of the 9 batters he's faced.
That's what your pitching coach likes right there, like start on top.
Efficiency. It just puts you in such a good position then to work from there as he misses with ball 1.
And statistics show it. You know, you get that first strike, batting average goes down. You get a couple on them, batting average goes down. Like,
foul back out of play.
That's the key to it, is getting on top, staying on top, and keep the hitter guessing. Keep him guessing at what you're going to throw next.
One pitch on the way. Same spot, fouled out of play. Isaac now behind in the count, 1-2.
Do we have any? Sponsor activities this year with, like,
we don't have
home runs
that ball's hit into shallow right field. James coming in on it, has to fight the sun, but does a good job doing it for the second out of the inning. Boy, this time of the night when that sun starts to set, anybody looking on that side of the field, it makes it tough for any ball in the air. James doing a good job staying with it. Trying to think, the one year we had the Wheels for Steels promotion and then a Dingers promotion as well. But nope, nothing going on this year. It's just straight baseball.
So realistically, if you're a business owner out there and you want one, there's openings. Is that what you're saying?
That I suppose we could be implying that. A 1-0 count into the gap. Poor caught behind second base, holding Inwood on. Inwood will stay put at third base. Really left that short position open with that runner on second base. Had to pay some attention to him. And Diazio able to hit it. Now runners on the corner as Blake Smith in the 3-hole position. Avila going to step out in front of the plate. Make sure everybody's on the same page with runners on the corners. Blake Smith steps to the plate.
We'll see if they, Smiley should stay in his spot here because this is where the ball was last time to that right side. So
inside, misses low for ball one. One 1-0 pitch. Chopper right side. Won't stay in between the lines.
I got a text with a very good question for us, Cody. Do we
1-1 count pop up? We'll get to that here after the fly ball. Poor calling everybody off. Makes the easy out for the third out of the inning, and the Greenbacks will take a 6-0 lead. We'll be back with that question when we come back after the break. You're listening to Greenback Baseball here on Thunder Country.
Mead Lumber in Pratt is looking better than ever. Stop by and see our brand new renovations with the same friendly faces you know and trust. Whether you're tackling a big project or just need supplies for the weekend, Mead Lumber has you covered with quality products and expert service. We're proud to be a part of this community and even more proud to support the hardworking athletes of Pratt High School. Mead Lumber, building relationships, building Pratt.
To keep your equipment running, count on BTI for bulk oil delivered directly to your farm. Now BTI delivers 3 times the product, and it's quicker than ever. Our trucks travel up to 150 miles from any of our 6 stores, delivering premium oil, hydraulic fluid, and DEF, up to 1,500 gallons in just 30 minutes. It's another way to save you time and money. Call any of our 6 BTI locations or visit btioil.com. BTI, our family in partnership with your family.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Greenbacks on top 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And you had a loyal listener texting in before that break, Chad, with a question.
Yeah,
I think it was in regards to the sponsorships that you were talking about.
Yeah, I think loyal listener and business owner wondering if
taking strike one.
Wondering if we get commission off of any of those sponsorships.
Well, I think the big issue is just defining the we in that.
Yeah, there you go. It's not called the Eastus and Poor broadcast, that's for sure.
Chopper from Vanderviver to third base as Ventura makes easy work of that for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring Matthew James to the plate. 1 out now here in the bottom of the third inning.
I feel like it'd be
we get pretty creative here with Eastus Media, so if somebody's out there wanting to do something, we can definitely find a way to make it work.
The Smiley Concrete Jackhammer sponsorship for any of the home runs, baseball and softball, sounds really good.
Well, now softball would put some money out there. They've been lighting it up over there at Pinkel Field. Baseball on the other side here, Smoky Ford, it is. There's been about a 5-year drought, that we've seen, other than Poor's hop over the fence one we saw, but not too many happen here at Smoky Ford Field. 1-1 count on the way. Misses outside for ball 2 as Matthew James looking for his first at bat. Grounded out his first time at the plate. Didn't see him in the lineup in game 1, so some good at bats here for him in game 2 of this doubleheader. Takes that pitch outside for ball 3.
We kind of mentioned it after his first at bat there. This Matthew James's first varsity at bat this year. So actually first varsity at bat in his career. He's a young sophomore here, and getting some time on the field this game this doubleheader, and getting a chance to do some stuff at the plate.
Fouls that one back into the net. Count now fills up. Isaac still on the mound for the Lions. Goes down and gets that one. Chasing it back. Zambo, and it's out of play.
Tell you what, if he could rip a hit here, I'm probably going to do the old Spike Lee. It's got to be the shoes.
Got to be the shoes. I haven't noticed the shoes. Oh, now I do. Now I do. As you notice the shoes there of James. Got the pink spikes out there. So James looking for his first hit. Isaac looking for his first strikeout of the day on the mound. And that bat is won by James. Draws the walk. He'll head down to first base as Caden Smiley comes to the plate. Singled his first time up. Now 1 out. Runner down at first base. Smiley trying to do something, get the Greenbacks back to the top of their lineup as Caleb Strong waits on deck. James going to use his speed, heads down to second base, a phenomenal hurdler.
Yeah.
Nice to see him out here on the baseball field, but using that speed there for the stolen base.
I'll tell you what, like it's, you know, I know there's always battles in the school of where kids are going to go and what sport they're going to do when they get to high school, and because they can't do multiple like they do when they're younger. And the number of freshmen that are out for baseball this year is good to see.
It's encouraging, yeah. For a program and the future of it, you need numbers. A 1-1 count now, Smiley's looking at. Isaac comes home with it. The breaking ball just stays inside.
Yeah, I know I'm going to miss somebody, but, you know, I know there's 4 seniors, and I think there's 3 or 4 juniors. And then I think there's only, you know, a few sophomores, 2 or 3 sophomores. So having an abundance of freshmen come out, kind of infuse the program some more is a good thing.
And a 4-pitch walk sends Smiley down to first base and back to the top of the lineup. Caleb Strong will come to the plate, runners on first and second base, and we're going to get our first mound visit of the afternoon from Coach Bieberly. Going to come out and talk with his pitcher. Try to get him settled down as the Greenbacks in a favorable position here. Runners at first and second.
Looks like we're going to the left fielder.
And it will be a pitching change for Coach Bieberly. So as they make that change, we'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Greenbacks on top, 6-0 and threatening. More baseball when we come back here on Thunder Country.
For your fine dining experience, be sure to stop at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt. Western Kansas's premier steakhouse for over 50 years. They'll serve you the best with their friendly, attentive staff and home-cooked meal you desire. Also offering a full range of entertainment with live music and karaoke weekend nights. So come for food and stay for fun at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt. Open 7 nights a week.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
Welcome back. A pitching change underway for the Lions as Easton Diazio will come in to pitch, and then trying to figure out, he came in from left field trying to figure out where everybody went from there, as it looked like Isaac left the mound, headed to third base. But I'll be honest, these Lions jerseys, hard to read their numbers. I don't believe they have them on the front. They do have them on the front, but just not quite as big, so can't quite catch the numbers of those outfielders. But it is Diazio on the mound, and he will face Caleb Strong with runners on first and second base. Again, take a look at that situation. And you've got Smiley down at first, James at second base. A tough batter for Diazio to come in and face the top of the lineup in Caleb Strong. No easy feat.
Yeah, this is where, you know, if you're Coach Hill, you're hammering down on this top of the lineup like, hey guys, we got 2 guys on, 1 out. We need to push a couple runs across. That's what you guys need to do. That's your job. You're all upperclassmen. Like, we need to make this happen right here.
Step off, forcing James back to second base. Breaking ball misses outside, 4-1. Strong looking at a 1-0 count. Inside, misses low, ball 2. Strong's been real patient this second ball game at the plate. He's drawn 2 walks in his first 2 at-bats. You know he'd like to hit here.
Yeah, he's been taking some big hacks this year too, which is great to see. Like, he's not just trying to punch everything. He's
looking at a 3-0 count.
He's
Looking
been,
like another at-bat. Strong may walk his way down to first base. And that pitch finds its way in there, first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 the count now.
I still hear with the new pitcher coming in, like,
there's Strong swinging, quick bat.
I think that'd have been ball 4 right there, low and in, but it's one that's tough for a high school kid
Tough
to
lay off. Boy, when you've had 2 walks already on the day, you're eager to hit, not wanting to walk for the 3rd time. Get something that looks good, and Strong turned on that one, just couldn't put it in play. Now looking at a 3-2 count. 3-2 pitch on the way, gets that one, a chopper to second base. Anderson trying to double him up, gets the out at second, but the speed of Strong will not allow the double play to turn. So Smiley out at second base, James over to first base on the fielder's, third base.
Number 23, Josiah Schmidt.
That'll bring Josiah Schmidt to the plate. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Greenbacks still on top 6-0. Runners on the corner for Schmidt. We'll see how long they stay on the corner with speed of Strong over at first base. Likely we'll see him running. Strong fakes the go, now heads back. Now Strong playing a little cat and mouse over there at first base. Diazio going to step off, now resets. 1-0 count on the way. Now Strong heads to second base, the throw to third, doesn't bite, gets by Isaac at third base, and James will come home to score. Strong will advance all the way from first base to third base. There's a good throw down from Zambo. Isaac just not able to handle it at third base. And a run comes home to score.
Yeah, it should be about the 11th potential stolen base for Strong on the year there. And that just, I mean, I understand what they were trying to do right there. Like, hey, let's see if we can catch this guy at third off. But, we just haven't gotten off that far at third on those plays. So
a 2-0 count to Schmidt on the way. Misses again, ahead in the count 3-0. And Strong down there at third base.
Now what I want to see is Josiah get on first and him steal a base. He's done a couple of those this year, and that's what I like to see, Josiah getting one down.
Well, with Madden Wilson already having a stolen base today, saw him slide in head first, that, next up it's just natural for Josiah to go get himself one as well. Instead, he'll turn on that one, send it into shallow right. Anderson able to step back and make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Greenbacks score 1. They lead it 7-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here on Thunder Country.
Escape into your ultimate outdoor getaway with the help of Uni Landscapes, your local full-service landscape design and construction company specializing in landscapes, hardscapes, patios, sprinkler systems, water features, and snow removal services. They create your dream space by incorporating design elements unique to you and your family. Uni Landscapes serves Pratt and the surrounding area and is open Monday through Friday. Call 620-672-3301 to transform your outdoor space today.
Need proof that Pratt has something for you? Living in Pratt is second to none with a fitness center, added new wings on an already impressive regional medical center, even an art museum. Pratt has dynamic downtown shopping, lots of hunting and fishing, and over 200 acres for outdoor lovers. Pratt is a great place to work and raise a family with beautiful older homes and new developments. Progressive, proud, and visionary. Proof that Pratt has something for you.
Welcome back, Smoky Ford Field. Greenbacks on top 7-0 in Game 2 action of our doubleheader. Josiah Schmidt back out for another inning on the mound for the Greenbacks, and coming to the plate, Anthony Ventura for the Lions.
Yeah, you know, Josiah struck out 2 guys in that first inning, and I thought it was kind of go down the path the same as we saw with Caleb in the first game, but no strikeouts since then.
Yeah, only 2 strikeouts on the day. He has forced the ground ball a lot. 5 out of the 7 balls put in play have been grounders that his defense has been able to take care of. As he gets Ventura swinging on that strike 1. Misses low for ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1.
Doing a lot of, you know, the benefit to that, though, is he's doing a lot of what as a coach you like to see, and that's, hey, let's get some ground balls here, and he's got a lot of ground outs, about 5 ground outs so far.
See that infield, they've been getting some work behind him. Boy, that one must have just been high, right down the middle, but not getting the call. 2-1 pitch on the way. Turns on that one. Gets by Poor at shortstop. Good effort, but right into the gap, and a leadoff single for Ventura. Give the Lions a base runner here to start this top half of the 4th inning off.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about everybody always worries about pitchers that throw harder, or, you know, it's harder to hit or this, and there's a lot to that, but, you know, I always thought, and what we've always talked with the boys about is, hey, those are the guys you want to hit, right? Like, all you got to do is make contact.
Contact there from Zambo. A high hopper to Poor. Going to have to take the easy out at first base. Titmish going to chase down Ventura, hold him there. Good out, good play from Poor. Now with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Lions have a runner down at second in Ventura as Caleb Giorgetti comes to the plate. Looking for his first hit, put one on the ground, his first at bat. This one in the air, popped up. Poor going back from short. Strong coming in from center. Boy, Strong can cover a lot of ground. We haven't had a chance to talk about him yet out there in center field, but he covers more grounds than most center fielders in the state of Kansas.
You know, it's crazy. I don't know if you were doing the game. I'm trying to think which doubleheader it was. It was one of our first ones, and you know, normally when the balls hit anywhere in the outfield that involves center field, all of us sitting in the stands are always like, oh, we got a guy. We got a guy. He's going to get it. He's going to chase it down. And, you know, Caleb had one in that game that he missed, and it was, I think everybody was shocked. Like, you just don't see it from Strong. I mean, he's so reliable.
Just played a flawless center field from the time he was a freshman up until now, and he's been an all-state selection.
And I think a lot of that stems from when he was playing youth baseball. He's always, you know, a lot of kids don't like playing outfield because they feel like there's not a lot of attention out there and you're not involved in a lot. But Caleb's always been one of those guys that's like, you know, the older they started getting, he's like, I love playing outfield. Put me in center. I love it. I love chasing balls down. I love doing that. And so he's really taken that on and, you know, been very successful as an all-league player and all-state as well.
A 1-1 count on the way. Got him swinging as Porter Anderson at the plate now for the Lions. Looking at a 1-2 count. Schmidt looking for that 3rd strikeout of the afternoon after you just talked about his quick first 2 of the day. Hasn't had one since then. Nearly gets it there. Is Anderson able to catch that one with the end of the bat, fouls it back into the netting.
You know, speaking back to Strong, you know, he that first game his freshman year did not start, and then started the 2nd game of the year in center and stayed there, and that's the year we were state runner-up. So, I mean, you're a freshman playing center.
That one, a hard hit ball. Strong going to let it take a bounce. Keeps the runner at 3rd base. Best hit ball of the day by the Lions comes from Porter Anderson, puts runners on the corners, and that will bring Cameron Inwood to the plate. Runners on the corners here, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, Greenbacks on top, 7-0. Lions looking to put their first run on the board since the 2nd inning of game 1 of this doubleheader. Greenbacks were able to hold them to only 3 hits in that ball game. Schmidt giving up 4 to this point, but Greenbacks lead at 7-0. That pitch in there for strike 1. Runners staying put on the corners. Anderson not too eager to challenge anything. A hard hit ball into left field. Gatlin chasing it back, makes the out over his shoulder, and the Greenbacks get out of it. Josiah Schmidt once again puts one in play as his defense helps him out. The Greenbacks will take a 7-0 lead to the bottom of the fourth when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Gray Chevrolet in Pratt is excited to announce supplier pricing for everyone on new Chevy 1500 half-ton trucks. That means savings up to $8,000. That's right, up to $8,000 off a brand new Silverado. Looking for pre-owned? Check out Doug Ray's huge selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs with market-based pricing on every vehicle. So you know you're getting the best deal the first time and every time. Doug Ray Chevrolet is your full-line dealership with parts, service, body shop, and more. Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt, where big savings meet hometown service.
When it comes to your health, trust Grace Clinic and Urgent Care in Pratt, conveniently located at 920 East 1st Street. Grace Clinic proudly serves Pratt and the surrounding area. Family nurse practitioner McKaylee Kirby provides primary care, urgent care, and sports physicals, and is accepting new patients and walk-ins. Open Monday through Friday, except Tuesdays, from 8:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Call 620-388-3086 today. That's Grace Clinic and Urgent Care, caring for your family close to home.
Welcome back, Smoky Ford Field. Greenback baseball action underway. Greenbacks lead at 7-0 as we enter the bottom half of the fourth inning. Lyons, the opponent for the day. On the mound for the Lions, it is still Diazio. Came in to relief in that last inning. And leading off for the Greenbacks, it will be Creston Poor to get things going in this inning. On top, 7-0. Poor 2 for 2 on the day today in game 2.
I'd just drop another bunt down right here. Like, you've been successful bunting,
I'd say let her rip, Creston. Open her up and see what happens. Pitch in there for strike one. An 0-1 count. Airport swinging the bat, fouls that one back behind 0-2.
He'll be mad I said this on the air and with Coach Hill's wife up here with us in the booth, but he was telling me he's been bragging about this new hitting, what do they call it, turtle. Their new turtle that they just got and put together that's down the right field line outside. And
0-2 pitch, takes the breaking ball for ball one.
So he's been bragging about it and how nice it's going to be because the old one, was inflatable. So it had to air up, and then when they were done, they had to all push it down and push all the air out of it and fold it up. And
1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back.
A lot of work to make it happen and do it. And so he's telling me last night that he's like, yeah, I don't like the new turtle. I'm like, I thought you said it was great, man. You're like, it's easy, it's fun. He goes, yeah, I did, right up until I realized in practice that Coach Hill can just lean right there on the bar that much closer to you while you're taking batting practice.
Puts that little bug in your ear. 2-2 count on the way. Poors fought a couple off, takes that one for ball 3. Swung on for a strikeout. Poor goes down on strikes, and first strikeout of the day for Diazio. One out now here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Madden Wilson will come to the plate. He's drawn a walk, has a single on the afternoon. He'll step in, got hit by a couple pitches in game 1. Diazio ready to go. And there it is again, as if on cue. Wilson takes another one in the backside. He heads down to first base after his third hit by pitch of the day. And there's that magnet that we talked about.
Every time.
We said every team has one, and for the Greenbacks, it is definitely Madden Wilson.
You just threw 62 pitches to the leadoff batter, and then boom, Wilson gets hit right away.
So now 1 out, Wilson down at first base. Luke Gatlin will come to the plate. Looking for his first hit, but he's put the bat on the ball both times. A fielder's choice and a sac fly. Throw back to first base. Wilson's got to head back. Gatlin squaring to show bunt, lays down a nice bunt. Will it stay fair? Down the line, it never gets off the chalk.
Holy
it stays
cow.
fair.
That was a great bunt
What a
right
bunt
there.
from Luke Gatlin.
Luke can bunt. I'm telling you, that's 2 this doubleheader that he's done great.
And Wilson down to second base. You could not have drawn up a better bunt for Luke Gatlin. Everybody thought it was going to go foul. You had Zambo behind the plate and Diazio both hovered over it. And it never moved once it touched the painted white lines. So now Max Timish will come to the plate. Runners on first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. At shortstop, holding Wilson back. Wilson's got to hustle back. The throw back from Diazio, not in time. Leaves a big gap there in the middle of the infield with Smith playing so close behind Wilson at second base. Timish takes first pitch for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way inside. Timish has to scoot out of the way of that one. 4-2. A 2-0 count on the way for Timish. Timish, a hard hit ball right up the middle, goes off the glove of Diazio and puts the double play ball into play. Not able to turn it, get the trail runner in Gatlin at second base, but a hard hit ball by Timish. Fortunate Lyons couldn't turn that into a double play ball.
Solid contact by Max right there, and if the pitcher doesn't get his glove on it right there, that's up the middle right there, and at least, you know, at least 1 run scoring, if not 2 potentially, but.
Puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs for Vanderviver as he comes to the plate. Wilson, the runner, down at third base. Timish over at first. Vanderviver 1 for 2 on the afternoon here in game 2. Takes first pitch, ball 1. Pitch, low and inside. Timish will head to second base unchallenged. Got out of the glove of Zambo behind home plate.
Good chance for Vanderviver to pick up his first, probably his first RBIs of his career here as a freshman.
He's got him out there. Timish at second, Wilson at third base. And a 2-0 count on the way. Swings on that one, fouls it back into the net.
I guess he's got 1 already this year, so it'd be 2 and 3. So
has 2 out there in place. 2 outs though here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Greenbacks lead at 7-0. Two-one pitch. Good cut from Vanderviver. Down the right field line, out of play.
Do you ever wonder why first base coaches can never stand in the coaching box?
Right, they have that big box painted out there, and you can see Coach Kyle Rickey just will not be painted into a box.
Nope. Patiently waiting to give away some Skittles.
2s across the board here for Vanderviver. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Chopper, it'll be a tough play at third for Isaac. Makes the snag and
nice
the throw for the
play.
3rd out. A good play to get the Lions out of the inning. Greenbacks lead at 7-0 as we head to the top of the 5th here on Thunder Country.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent, to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. I am there to handle all your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to me, Jamie Roach, today and see how I can help protect what matters most.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Peaster are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field. Greenback baseball underway here in Game 2 action, and the Greenbacks lead at 7-0 against the Lions of Lyons.
I always wonder, like this, I know this sounds crazy, but like, what was the conversation when they came up with the Lions?
You know, I don't know, but
like,
it's, you know, they've got the stuffed one there in the Commons area. That's always a fun one to look at when you go visit.
Yeah. But you can't be nothing else. I mean, you can't be the Lions Tigers or the Lions
exactly.
Greenbacks.
You're kind of defaulted into that mascot.
Yeah.
As we enter the top of the 5th inning, Meyer Anderson coming to the plate for the Lions. Josiah Schmidt still on the mound for the Greenbacks. Has thrown 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks on the afternoon. As I just probably gave him the broadcaster jinx, is behind in the count 3-0. Finds his way in there, 4 strike 1. Three-one pitch again, catches the outside corner, getting himself back in the count. Two-two count, got him swinging, picks up a strikeout. Haven't seen one in a bit from Schmidt. His 3rd strikeout now of the afternoon.
I think he heard you. I think he heard you and was like, I'm going to show that guy. I'm not walking anybody.
He's got my back. I wanted to make sure that I did not have to stand corrected there. As
you can
Schmidt
put me
now with 1 out, and Logan Isaac comes to the plate for the Lions. Hard hit ball to short, poor backhand, can't handle it, and it'll be a 1-out hit from Isaac.
Probably going to have to spend 2 hours just backhanding after the game.
You know, speaking of practice and hours, I asked Coach Ricky earlier before this game, I said, Coach, how many pitches do you throw a day or a week? I said, do you have to go home and just ice that elbow or that shoulder? And he said, nope, just keep it going every day and you never have to ice it. He said, I'm probably in the thousands by the time the day's over.
Yep. That guy. Because you know,
even when a game's over, it's not a practice day. As soon as this game's over, you're going to see him and his son Noah out there throwing pitches every game, never fails. And it's fun to watch. As at the plate here for the Lions, Diasio down 0-2. The throw down to short, trying to take a bag is Isaac, but in there safely, trying to hold the tag on there. But Isaac will be credited with the stolen base. 1-2 count back at the plate for Diasio. Boy, Josiah wanting that outside corner, thought he had it. Instead, evens the count up at 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back, out of play.
It's just one of those nights, if the wind just wasn't blowing, it'd be perfect.
Boy, and it's cooled down to low 80s. That one popped up in the air. Poor and Wilson both fighting for it. Wilson takes it. Both of them looking at each other saying, I called it. No, I called it. It's Wilson who comes down with it for the 2nd out of the inning. So with 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th, it'll be Blake Smith coming to the plate for the Lions. Runner still down at second base. Isaac looking to become the first run of the afternoon for the Lions. Inside pitch just misses for ball one.
Josiah doing a great job this game. I mean, he's been efficient. He's throwing strikes. You know, he's making these guys hit the ball and put it in play, and he's trusting his defense, which is all you can ask, of a pitcher as a coach.
Throws a good strike there right down the middle. Smith takes it for strike one. Count goes to 1-1. That time missing outside for ball two. Checking that runner down at second base, now comes home. 2-1 pitch, back into the net for strike two.
Greenbacks heavy on the home games early in the season.
Yep, and I remember last season, it flips every year. And I remember thinking last year, when are the Greenbacks going to play at home? And then you make it up the next year. Breaking ball, Smith has to fight it off, fouls it back into the net. Yeah, after this condensed home stretch, it'll be a bit before you see your Greenbacks back at home as that back half, a lot of road games. 2-2 pitch, got him swinging, foul tip into the turf.
Yeah, the good news is Nickerson Friday, but back home Tuesday, and I'm telling you, that's a game you want to come out to. That's going to be
a good game against
Mulvane
team, and we will be carrying that broadcast as well on Tuesday against Mulvane. Well, that'll be one of the ones that Eastus Media will carry. So then we'll hop back to softball after that, but we'll have the doubleheader of that Mulvane game next week. High fastball just misses, fills the count up at 3-2. Schmidt trying to get out of this inning with a strikeout here.
They'll come in ranked number one. They got a couple of pitchers going Louisville and KU, and some guys going to Johnson County and Butler County. So definitely a great team for the Greenbacks to
in the turf, Smith able to draw the walk after a lengthy at-bat. And that'll be a good point middle of the season as kind of a measuring stick to see where you're at as a team and what you can kind of expect going forward, what you need to correct, what you need to work on, get some of these kids some ball games, some velocity, some situations that they haven't seen yet to this point in the season. Now, I know the Great Bend matchup was a big one for the Greenbacks, playing up a division. With the runners on first and second, Anthony Ventura comes to the plate for the Lions.
Yeah, and that's a good thing that I think, Coach Swank or Mr. Swank has done over the last few years is try and get, not just baseball, but try and get our teams, some good quality competition outside of league play that is going to benefit us when it comes, late in the season. Playing Rock Creek and collegiate and basketball was
those
huge.
were big games.
Mulvane and Great Bend this year in baseball. And, it's been a lot of good competition.
1-1 count on the way, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. The breaking ball catches that outside part of the plate for strike two. Schmidt looking for his fourth strikeout of the day. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball got him swinging, and that'll end the inning. Josiah Schmidt picks up his fifth strikeout, and the Greenbacks will take a 7-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth here on Thunder Country.
This is Terry from Gatlin Meckler's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
Welcome back to Smoky Ford Field here at the beautiful Green Sports Complex here in Pratt, Kansas. Greenbacks on top 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 runs, that's all they need to call this one an early night. If they can do it here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll shut us down early with the 10 after 5 run rule. And to get us going, it will be Matthew James.
I'm going to call it right now.
Calling his shot.
Just because if it happens, it'll be crazy. But we're going to score our game-ending run, and Creston Poor will be at the plate, and it'll be on a pass ball.
Okay, calling the shot. Keep that one written down, folks. We'll see if that comes to play. First pitch inside for ball 1.
It's happened multiple times, so he
just always seems to be that unlucky guy that can't get a chance to drive him in. James able to get the bat on the ball there. A chopper to Smith at short. The throw over makes it look routine on the middle infield. Smith to Inwood for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring Caden Smiley to the plate. Has 1 hit in this ball game. Also drew a walk. Trying to find his way down to first base for the 3rd time. 1 out now here in the bottom of the 5th. Jumping on that first pitch, but the breaking ball from Diazio. Able to get under the bat of Smiley for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch just misses ball 1. One and one the count. On the ground again to Smith. Has to backhand this one, and it gets underneath. Smiley with a 1-out single. And back to the top of the lineup. Greenbacks will have Caleb Strong coming to the plate. Now what can Strong do with the runner down there at first? Has drawn 2 walks and a fielder's choice today at the plate. Inside, misses for ball 1. See how aggressive Smiley is. Throwback keeps him honest over there at first base.
That's a first pickoff attempt we've seen at first base tonight.
Yeah, really haven't seen
Yeah.
anybody throw down. Strong going outside to swing on that one and really having to come over. Ventura can't get there in time. It drops in fair territory, and Smiley holds up at second base. I think he wanted to wait to see if that ball was caught before he turned on the burners. And so Strong has to hold up at first base.
Yeah, the way that one's played, when it's down that left side, if you're the runner at first, the way that one's played is you're almost to second base knowing that, hey, if he catches it on the run, I'm going to be able to get
throw.
back. Yeah, but if it drops, I'm already at second and can move from there.
Smiley holds him up there at second base. Strong at first base now as Josiah Schmidt comes to the plate. A chance to help himself out. He's been on the mound all afternoon in game 2. Inside for ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 3 runs is what we said they needed. Josiah Schmidt is that tying run. Your prediction still in play here.
It's in play. I was thinking that a minute ago. It's in play.
1-0 count. Again, inside, misses, ball 2. Diazio, 1 strikeout, no walks on the day since coming in to relieve. The 2-0 pitch can't find its mark. Schmidt ahead in the count, 3-0. Smith really paying a lot of attention to Smiley down there at second base. Leaves a huge gap in the middle of that infield. If Josiah can put something on the left half of the field. Won't get the chance, takes ball 4. He'll head to first base. Everybody advances, and Creston Poor will come to the plate. Well, your prediction of a passed ball walk-off, will not happen now, but it could happen another way with one swing of the bat. We've talked about a lot of not seeing home runs in this ball field, and Creston Poor with a chance. You know, the last game I called was a walk-off grand slam from Micah Stapleton at Pinkel Field, and now the stage is set for Creston Poor to come and do the same thing here.
Let's be honest.
A lot of pressure we're putting on him.
Yeah, I'd be happy with just a good, solid contact here.
Poor takes the first pitch outside. Diazio struggling to find the zone here lately.
3 pass balls would do it.
The 1-0 pitch. A hard hit ball. That one will get down. Should score at least 2. Smiley comes home from third. Strong around third. He'll head in. Josiah getting waved around. He'll come in. And it's going to score all 3. Boy, you nearly called it. Strong, it was the walk-off with Strong at the plate, but by way of bat, not the pass ball. And that should clear it. 10 after 5. That puts the Greenbacks on top 10-0. And Strong, Poor does walk it off at the plate with the bases clearing double to end this ball game. What a hit from Creston Poor. What a game for the Greenbacks. 2 back-to-back double headers. Greenbacks come away 10-0 in Game 2. We'll take a break, come back, recap with stats and more on the postgame show here on Thunder Country.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors and Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff
and Jared
at Intergreen Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Intergreen at 620-672-2338 or visit intergreenservices.com.
Intergreen Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Exceptional dentistry, right in your neighborhood. At Pratt Family Dental, Dr. Carson Hopkins and Dr. Stephen Coons are here to keep your smile healthy and bright. From routine cleanings to advanced care, our team has the expertise and technology to handle all your dental needs with comfort and confidence. Because at Pratt Family Dental, it's not just about teeth, it's about family, trust, and smiles that last a lifetime. Call today to schedule your appointment with Dr. Hopkins or Dr. Coons. Pratt Family Dental, where exceptional care meets friendly faces.
Welcome back to the postgame show here on Thunder Country. Greenbacks come away with a pair of wins.
Yeah.
And they do it in walk-off fashion in Game 2. 7-2 the score in Game 1, and Game 2 followed it up 10-0. Greenbacks look good on the mound today. A 3-hit performance in Game 1. In Game 2, a 5-hit performance. Complete game for Josiah Schmidt. The Lyons just never really got going. The 2 runs they scored was in that Game 1, first and second inning, and it wasn't from the bats. It was from some defensive miscues of the Greenbacks. So a good day at Smoky Ford Field here for the Greenbacks. So let's look at some stats there from Game 2. As some multi-hit performances. Creston Poor, 3 of 4 from the plate, and he had the walk-off bases clearing RBI double in Game 2 to make it a 10-0 ball game. 4 RBIs on the day for Poor. The Greenbacks finished that ball game with 9 hits, 10 runs scored on that. Drew 7 walks, only 1 strikeout. coming from Creston Poor. Sometimes you gotta swing if you want to clear the bases. Also good days at the plate. Caleb Strong 1 for 3 on the day. Caden Smiley 2 for 2 at the plate for the Greenbacks in game 2, and Josiah Schmidt going 5 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 walk. After I said he didn't have any, he did throw in that 1 walk. Game 1 on the mound, it was Caleb Strong through the majority of that one. 6 innings pitched from Strong. He had a great performance, 11 strikeouts. Not too often do you see double-digit strikeouts, and Caleb Strong doing it in only 6 innings of work. And then saw a good inning as Juan Fernandez came in to close that ball game out in game 2. He picked up a strikeout of his own. And just a good overall day for the Greenbacks at the park.
Yeah, for sure. It all starts with pitching, and Caleb struggled that first inning, and those guys put up a couple runs. But after that, those guys, Caleb settled in, and he did what he needed to and threw strikes. And Juan came in a great 7-pitch inning to close out the last one. And then Josiah, this game, we've talked about it. I mean, he was efficient. He was throwing strikes, and a couple strikeouts early, and then had a period where there was no strikeouts, but he was having, getting guys to hit ground balls, and his defense was able to back him up there. And that's what the Greenbacks live by, is pitching and defense, and that's what they've done for a long time, and they did a great job tonight.
So the Greenbacks improved to 9-1 on the season. The lone loss coming in one of those games against Great Bend, a 4-8 ball game, and they will face Nickerson on Friday. On the road, nobody back in action here at Green Sports Complex this week, so the back half of the week will be on the road, and then, like we mentioned earlier, back home Tuesday for a big matchup against Mulvane, who you said likely the number 1 seed in the 4A division. And you're going to see some arms on the mound that day, so these Greenbacks really going to be tested and get a good look of what is possibly to come in postseason action if they're fortunate enough to make it there. So that's a good day to come out to the park to see some good baseball.
Yeah, and Mulvane's there's people from Mulvane looking forward to that game, strictly because, we obviously, my nephew plays for Mulvane, and so we know a lot of those kids, and we beat them in basketball in sub-state basketball, and I know one of the parents made a comment to my sister-in-law that she said, "Man, I just like every time it's Pratt." A couple years ago we beat them in basketball. I think we beat them in baseball a couple years ago to kick them out in sub-state. So there's been 3 or 4 times in the last few years where we've knocked Mulvane out of the postseason play, and so. They're coming in with a vengeance, and they're loaded with some dudes.
That's what it sounds like. They've got the lineup and the arms to do it this year.
Big time. And I know their ace that's going to Louisville, he pitched 102 pitches on Monday night, so he's not pitching Thursday against Mulvane, so he should be ready. So it's going to be fun for our guys to be able to see a quality team like that. And I'm not knocking everybody else, but we don't get to see a lot of quality, and that's why Coach, Mr. Swank scheduled that. That's why Coach Hill wanted this team. Was so that we could get some competition to help us as we make that push to the playoffs later on. So fun night coming up on Tuesday, I'm sure.
Should be a fun night. And it was a fun night tonight here at Smoky Ford Field. Again, Greenbacks come away with a pair of wins, 7-2 in Game 1 and 10-0 in Game 2. And that will be a wrap for us for the Greenback baseball action. As always, appreciate everybody tuning in, however you chose to do it, whether you are on the road, listening on the radio dial, or tuning in to the live stream on Eastus Media YouTube channel. It was a fun day at the park, as always. Until next time, I've been Cody Eastus alongside Chad Poor. And once a Greenback, always a Greenback.
Mead Lumber in Pratt is looking better than ever. Stop by and see our brand new renovations with the same friendly faces you know and trust. Whether you're tackling a big project or just need supplies for the weekend, Mead Lumber has you covered with quality products and expert service. We're proud to be a part of this community, and even more proud to support the hardworking athletes of Pratt High School. Mead Lumber, building relationships, building Pratt.
To keep your equipment running, count on BTI for bulk oil delivered directly to your farm. Now BTI delivers 3 times the product, and it's quicker than ever. Our trucks travel up to 150 miles from any of our 6 stores, delivering premium oil, hydraulic fluid, and DEF, up to 1,500 gallons in just 30 minutes. It's another way to save you time and money. Call any of our 6 BTI locations or visit btioil.com. BTI, our family in partnership with your family.